subscribe button. There is a notification right there, right? You see that button there? It's free. Just hit it. Nothing will happen to you. Alright, this is also free. And the comment down there, please comment that you need the template. My guys will get in touch with you. Turnitin AI, 0% guaranteed. Let's write Chapter 1, Introduction section, together today. In the next videos, we shall discuss background, problem statement, RO, RQ, and all of it in Chapter 1. If you want me to discuss all the sections in the next and the next and the next videos, make sure you comment what specific sections you would like me to cover the most in the coming videos. So, on the same topic as the previous video here, technique to eat bread with a chopstick for breakfast. Now, let's modify my Chapter 1 introduction template for this topic right here. So in step number 1, we start with a very broad intro for this particular topic. So all of you can see the title of this particular thesis topic, just for fun's sake. The anchor of this title is breakfast. Why so? Why breakfast? Because if you look at this title, if we analyze without the word breakfast, this entire topic won't exist. It will all fall apart. There is no chopstick, there is nothing else. It's only breakfast that is pulling the whole topic together. So the whole paragraph for step 1 should follow a funnel concept. The grammatical focus. The most broadest grammatical focus. Instead of starting with adolescence, you see right there, then you narrow down what are the usual meals for breakfast. Narrow down further. What happens if you skip breakfast? We started with that is economic step number 1. And the full write-up would be like this, where breakfast is often referred to as the most important meal of the day. And then you talk about the overnight fasting period where it restores glucose levels. You're basically showing how important is having breakfast, which essentially strengthens structure, the title, the anchor. If you look at the anchor again, right, it strengthens why breakfast is important. That will give an edge to the readers why this topic is so important. Then you can see further explanation where we talk about periods of sleep, the body needs fuel to kickstart metabolism, enhance concentration, talk about improved performance, both physically and mentally. It really signifies breakfast. That means it signifies the topic itself. Why we need to talk about this. And then we can also rope in some studies which talk about people who eat a balanced breakfast tend to have better memory, attention span, problem solving skills, and all these other mechanisms that comes along as an advantage with breakfast. Followed by that, you talk about children, students, breakfast, all these other additional points. Step number 2, further explanation of the body, in this case the breakfast itself, with literature review. In this continuation of the funnel, now you bring in statistics on the types of food for breakfast. Next part, how common is bread compared to any other food across different cultures and countries. Now, for step number 2, grammatical focus, funnel explanation, we go into the details. You see that whole detail up there, the whole write-up. So breakfast habits vary globally. You're going down the funnel now. You talk about the entire perspective of breakfast. So you talk about surveys provide insights into what people usually eat, and then you bring in some statistics. Right? So in 2022, Statista survey showed that around 59% of adults regularly eat bread or toast, which supports your entire topic. Okay, get in touch. And then followed by 58%. So it basically emphasizes that people eat breads the most. People eat bread all over the world. In touch the most compared to any other breakfast. So that shows why you need to introduce. Chopstick specifically for bread, just for the fun of it. Okay, then you can see they talk about coffee, and then over 60% Americans starting their day with coffee along with breakfast. Then they also talk about UK, okay, where National Diet and Nutrition Survey reported about 70% of households include bread products, toast, sandwich, rolls. So this again further amplifies, further concrete up the entire bread topic. And then you talk about Japan, you talk about Malaysia. You can keep adding. Don't add too many countries. I think that's enough already. You'll Japan, be able Malaysia, to see UK, US and so on. That's enough to strengthen, and we have of course China as well. That is enough to strengthen the statistical part of the significance of having bread for breakfast. So this segment is done. Okay, step 1 done, step 2 done. So next, steps 3 and 4 comes together, where according to the template, we talk about other involved parties and bodies, which in case basically the literature, more literature on the core issue. So continuing down the funnel, just for an example, we're going to rope in WHO here. So just for an example's sake, according to World Health Organization, not having breakfast is not worse compared to having breakfast in a wrong technique. Without this, okay? So whether you eat bread or any others, hygiene is vital. Therefore, doing that is not very, very good. That's what we are trying to establish in introduction itself. But if you realize, we never talk about chopstick at all, because we're going to leave that for the background section. So the detailing part, step 1 we have seen, step 2 we have seen. Now is the step 3 detailing write-up for this particular template, where we can start with according to World Health Organization. Now we bring in all the international organization, and the way food is consumed just as important as the type of food itself. So they say skipping breakfast while skipping breakfast has its risk, eating breakfast in the wrong technique or under unhygienic condition, holding it like this, get in touch, can be even more harmful. So now we are driving the entire topic towards the background. You'll be able to problem statement, because we want to introduce chopstick, this instrument right here. We need to introduce this. So we need to start that somewhere from introduction, and that's what we are doing right here. So for an instance, consuming contaminated food, sharing utensils without proper cleaning, or eating with unwashed like this hands can directly expose a person to food-borne illness, gastrointestinal infections and other health risks. Next, step 5, summary. Overall, it is very important to deep dive into not only breakfast, but due to the absorbing capacity of always towards bacteria, handling it during a breakfast requires more care. Now is the most surprising part, surprise, of the entire video today. This is how, up there, AI would write the position. Okay, that is a very important point you need to understand. 5 PhD level ChatGPT had given, if you read that, no introduction. Background had jumbled it all together. We start speaking about cutlery very early, but never spoke about why cutlery is brought into the picture. We don't even know why if you read it there. I don't know why bread from Western diets were combined with chopstick for the reason of cultural intersection. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. You cannot even form an idea. And worst of all, look at the problem statement. You only get that. That doesn't say anything. Okay, this is the whole problem of using AI without knowing what you need, and you will just copy and paste that and destroy your entire thesis. That's where everything goes wrong. So don't copy and paste from AI without understanding what you need. So in the next video, we're going to jump into background. Introduction done. Next is background, then problem statement, then the rest. How would you start the background section for this particular topic? This is the full topic. How would you do it? Do comment here. Don't forget, I need your opinion and your ideas. With that, don't forget, make sure you subscribe and comment on your ideas for the next section of chapter 1. Please do not ask AI for answer. Use your logical thinking. How would you do it? Persona prompting versus funnel prompting. Which of these prompt technique would be the best for your thesis writing using AI in this current age? No matter you use ChatGPT, Perplexity or any other AI tools. These are the 2 well-known techniques, and let's find out which of these 2 would be the winner today. If you don't know either of these techniques, then you are not doing it right at all. Before we continue, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and comment down there what kind of prompting techniques you've been using all this while. Okay, so now let's start. A. Funnel prompting. Step number 1. In ChatGPT, like this, you start the funnel by asking a question on what it knows about your interest, like this. This is a very good example that you can see. And from this example, you want to write a problem statement for PhD now. So, as you can see now, it may provide a problem statement for various level of studies. You can look at all the results here. Now, step number 2. If you need it for bachelor's or PhD, then prompt it differently. Okay, you can look at here. Example, here we ask the difference between bachelor and PhD level problem statement. So basically what I'm doing here is I am bringing the AI down a funnel. okay, a funnel step by step, because the understanding is very, very broad when it comes to AI. The fellow knows so many different things, right? So I want to make sure that the fellow is focused into what exactly I want. So I take from a very broad question, and I talk about problem statement, then I go into the level of study, then slowly I will go down through the details. Now, step number 3. Once it understood the differences between PhD and bachelor level, which I believe it really won't, I don't think it has that ability yet, okay? As per what Demis Hassabis already mentioned, okay, you guys can go and read this article, very, very good article. AI still don't understand context and doesn't have the capability of reasoning, okay? If you don't have that both, you won't even know the difference between a bachelor's and a PhD and a master's. You won't know the difference, okay? Even us, imagine you don't understand I cannot understand the difference between bachelor. I cannot understand the difference between PhD. I don't know what is master's. Anyway, we follow the process. Now, we prompt for it, the AI, to create a PhD level problem statement in the area of entrepreneurship and strategy for small, medium enterprises, SME. This is part of the thinking model. It is supposed to be the most advanced AI model in the world. As you can see, it's not lengthy enough. It's too simple. For bachelor level, I think okay lah. It's acceptable. But for a PhD level, I don't think so. Alright, because PhD you are explaining out of literature a very, very, very detailed problem statement that you want to convince the world that you are the first one to do it. Right? That's very, very important when it comes to PhD. And also lack of strong justification. Lack of strong justification. Remember that phrase. Without justification, you can never get your PhD. And to be honest, too significantly simple for PhD level. Now, whatever mentioned in the first paragraph as part of the research gap on entrepreneurial process and international SMEs, just look at this Google Scholar search here. Okay, this is the keywords I've used. Look at the second paper. It had completed that entire work, done, already published. This is what AI do. It just recycles and recycles and recycles and recycles. It cannot think on its own for a new solid answer. It can aggregate information. Okay, it's a very good aggregator. Now, the question comes, can persona prompting write a problem statement or research gap for PhD level or not? With unique idea, can or not persona prompting? What do you guys think? Novel problem statement or fake problem statement? Persona prompting is about personifying your AI into a real thinking individual. Okay, so all this while you are thinking AI is some computer somewhere, right? Persona prompting will sort of let the AI imagine itself as a real being, as an actual being. So let's find out. If you look at my prompt here, I have asked the AI to be a professor. Saw that or not? Professor, 30 years of experience with publication, and then create a PhD level problem statement about entrepreneurship and strategy. Exactly the same topic, exactly the same. We do apple to apple comparison. So what happens? What is the outcome? So this is the outcome. Look at that. Alright, if we scroll through this entire outcome, it is definitely slightly lengthier. The citations are quite old. I can understand, I can see that it's quite old. Because when we mention Scopus and Web of Science publication, it can't access those databases. So it can only provide very old index journals that can be found on ResearchGate or some third-party websites, not through Scopus or Web of Science, because it's behind paywall. Nonetheless, let's compare the gap given by persona prompting and funnel prompting. Let's compare and find out. First paragraph here spoke about how and under what conditions entrepreneurial strategies generated international advantage for SMEs. While funnel prompting said the exact same thing as well. The exact same thing. No difference. It explained how and under what conditions, instead of the keyword strategy, it used conditions. That's it. Exactly the same outcome. Instead of international advantage in persona, okay, persona used international advantage, right? Funnel used international strategies. Same stuff written differently. That's it. Alright. For second paragraph, if you look at the second paragraph, if we compare side by side again, funnel prompting went straight into the gap. Alright, straight, right into it. However, persona speaks about entrepreneurial orientation and dynamic capabilities in international SMEs. Yes, dynamic capabilities in international SMEs. Sounds very familiar, right? Sounds familiar or not? Familiar or not? Did you hear that word somewhere? Dynamic capabilities, international SMEs. We have heard of it somewhere. It's supposed to come. Yes, it is existing. Now, number 2, prompting might look like generating different outcomes. This is what everyone says. If your AI doesn't give a good answer, you prompt it wrongly. There is no such thing. Look at these 2 different prompting. The most recommended technique, still the same garbage. Alright, still the same garbage, literally. For PhD level, this is garbage. We are coming to an end. As a conclusion, you see the recent Hong Kong University scenario? Apart from what I've shared, this is the recent scenario. Hong Kong University. Alright, Hong Kong University. Number 1 university in Asia. Look at the student's fate. She published fake information, got exposed. She, her supervisor and her co-author all got exposed publicly. This is so humiliating. Don't simply believe what influencers are saying just for the sake of money. Tell the truth, guys. Tell the truth. AI is really not there yet to create a genuinely new idea or literature review for you. It's just going to screw up big time. Please do your own work yourself. Otherwise, you're going to really suffer in this coming 3 years' time or maybe more than that. Alright, so wish you guys all the best. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and start thinking on your own. Good luck. Let's hit Turnitin AI 0% without needing to pay a single penny to these AI humanizing tools. None. No money whatsoever. Let's start with this particular sentence that was flagged for Turnitin AI 100%. You can see that, 100%. Although humanized by paid humanizing tools. So, guys, let's start the full tutorial now. Step 1, understanding. These documents, okay, these couple of documents here, right, were all AI humanized and still detected as 100% Turnitin AI. So then why the hell Turnitin AI is still showing 100%? Already humanized already, what? These guys all paid for humanizing tools, you know, Quillbot and whatnot, all these other tools before they came to us. Because then only they realized, you know, they got caught with Turnitin AI, publication rejected, thesis rejected, assignment rejected, and so on and so forth. Now we need to first break it down. What is the problem? The answer is both simple and complex as well. All this write-up, right, is all the same boring, bloody AI generated text via NLP, natural language processing. They may look different. Okay, they may look different. For our eye, it's a bit hard to capture. But the underlying tone, the grammar structure, the vocabulary used, and the sentence structure are statistically monotonous. This is what no one tells you. It's statistically monotonous. That means, in layman term, okay, for any other people who just learning how to write, Turnitin AI, when it scans these documents, right, it can statistically identify the parameters of grammar, vocab, structure, tone, and some undisclosed parameters. Of course, they have their own patented software and so on, so they won't be disclosing everything. They combine all these parameters that I just mentioned, all of these parameters, to identify whether it is AI written or not. Whether it's AI generated, could be ChatGPT, could be anything, you know, Perplexity and so on. And then AI paraphrase is the same AI, it's the same bloody AI generating and paraphrasing. No difference to that. That is why statistically Turnitin AI does the matching and shown 100% AI generated. This is the sentence. If you look at the first sentence and the second sentence, there is no connectivity whatsoever. So now, let's go to human-based paraphrasing round 1. Make sure your tracking is on and you delete the whole sentence. So deletion down. Now let's paraphrase. Okay, done. What I did was very simple. I combined these two sentences for a better flow and uniformly have a very nice information combining. But my question to all of you, will this become Turnitin AI 0%? The answer is no, unfortunately. It's still detected as AI generated sentence. Look at that, 69 bloody %. Therefore, let's go to round 2, paraphrasing. by applying the change of voice method. Done. Here, I used interrelated instead of interconnectedness to tone down the styles. And I also changed the second sentence to be an active sentence now with complex structure. I've complicated it now, okay, purposely. So now, the Turnitin should be 0%, right? It is not 0%. It is 36%, which is so, from this now, round 3, we rewrite. I added driving work to emphasize the uniformity of the clause that expresses the result of the previous clause. This will make the sentence feel more fluid, like how a human would tell the story. That's important. Human. Us. Alright, we need to tell the story. So, still not understanding what the hell I just did in these 3 rounds? Don't worry. I understand. It is difficult. That's why we offer these services, these paraphrasing services, under our human-based paraphrasing service for all of you, to make sure that you guys don't get stuck with Turnitin AI. We guarantee Turnitin AI 0%. Zero when we do it. But you guys need to give us a bit of time, definitely. Alright? Now, let's get into the explanation of this round number 3. By using interlink instead of interrelated now, and I changed the driving word, I also softened the tone even further. The 2 sentences will have more complex structure. Complex. And now, let's wait for the result. Turnitin AI 0%. Finally, that's how we do it. That's how complicated our life is, unfortunately. Alright, so this is how you manually paraphrase your sentence for free on your own. Alright, that's definitely difficult, but practice will make it perfect. Nothing to worry. Practice will definitely make it perfect. I never born knowing how to write English properly. Okay, I learned. Hustle, and this is what we can do now. Okay, we formulated the method now, how to beat Turnitin AI. So all the context maintained, few rounds of solid rewriting. This is just one paragraph. If you have 300 pages of thesis, if you have 20 pages of journal, if you have 10 pages of assignment, calculate the timing, guys. Turnitin AI humanizing tool will never work. And we can guarantee Turnitin AI to hit 0%. See all these graduates today, all these guys, they all once upon a time, not once upon a time, like just last year, they mistakenly used Grammarly. They didn't know that Grammarly is being detected, and they hit Turnitin AI more than 80%. And at the very last minute, we actually helped them out to graduate. And that's what happens. All individual clients here, we consulted their entire thesis, but to save cost, of course, they wanted to use Grammarly to proofread, but unfortunately, they had to come back. So that's what happens now. This is why you look at this funnel, right? This entire paraphrasing steps, right? How we construct the sentence. This is why human brain is far superior compared to AI when it comes to creative academic writing. At the end of the day, humanizing tool is still an AI tool, guys. AI. How you going to use AI to remove AI? It doesn't work. Alright? Sometimes, only sometimes, humanizing tool may beat Turnitin AI by totally changing the context. It would mean something else altogether. I have proven it before in one of my videos on TikTok. This is the video using Walter Wright's. Okay, totally destroyed the context. 100% student will fail. It's unavoidable. When your context is changed, the only thing you can do is you get failed. That's it. Okay, so here is a complete paraphrasing training template for all of you to practice on your own, so that you guys don't need to pay anyone for paraphrasing. If you guys want this template, hit the subscribe button. There is a notification right there, right? You see that button there? It's free. Just hit it. Nothing will happen to you. Alright, this is also free. And the comment down there, please comment that you need the template. My guys will get in touch with you. Turnitin AI 0% guaranteed. Let's write Chapter 1, Introduction section, together today. In the next videos, we shall discuss background, problem statement, RO, RQ, and all of it in chapter 1. If you want me to discuss all the sections in the next and the next and the next videos, make sure you comment what specific sections you would like me to cover the most in the coming videos. So, on the same topic as the previous video here, technique to eat bread with a chopstick for breakfast. Now, let's modify my chapter 1 introduction template for this topic right here. So, in step number 1, we start with a very broad intro for this particular topic. So, all of you can see the title of this particular thesis topic, that, just for fun's sake. The anchor of this title is breakfast. Why so? Why breakfast? Because if you look at this title, without the word breakfast, this entire topic won't exist. It will all fall apart. There is no chopstick, there is nothing else. It's only breakfast that is pulling the whole topic together. So the whole paragraphing for step 1 should follow a funnel concept, starting with the most broadest context, why breakfast is important for a human. And then you narrow down, what are the usual meals for breakfast? Narrow down further, what happens if you skip breakfast? That is step number 1. And the full write-up would be like this, where breakfast is often referred to as the most important meal of the day. And then you talk about the overnight fasting period where it restores glucose levels. You're basically showing how important is having breakfast, which essentially strengthens the title, the anchor. If you look at the anchor again, right, it strengthens why breakfast is important. That will give an edge to the readers why this topic is so important. Then you can see further explanation where we talk about periods of sleep, the body needs fuel to kickstart metabolism, enhance concentration, talk about improved performance both physically and mentally. It really signifies breakfast. That means it signifies the topic itself, why we need to talk about this. And then we can also rope in some studies which talk about people who eat a balanced breakfast tend to have better memory, attention span, problem solving skills, and all these other mechanisms that comes along as an advantage with breakfast. Followed by that, you talk about children, students, breakfast, all these other additional points. Step number 2, further explanation of the body, in this case the breakfast itself, with literature review. In this continuation of the funnel, now you bring in statistics on the types of food for breakfast. Next part, how common is bread compared to any other food across different cultures and countries. Now, for step number 2, after all that funnel explanation, we go into the details. You see that whole detail up there, the whole write-up. So breakfast habits vary globally. You're going down the funnel now. You talk about the entire perspective of breakfast. So you talk about surveys provide insights into what people usually eat, and then you bring in some statistics, right? So in 2022, Statista survey showed that around 59% of adults regularly eat bread or toast, which supports your entire topic, right? And then followed by eggs, 58%. So it basically emphasizes that people eat breads the most. People eat bread all over the world the most compared to any other breakfast. So that shows why you need to introduce chopstick specifically for bread, just for the fun of it. Okay, then you can see they talk about coffee, and then over 60% Americans starting their day with coffee along with breakfast. Then they also talk about UK, okay, where National Diet and Nutrition Survey reported about 70% of households include bread products, toast, sandwich, rolls. So this again further amplifies, further concrete up the entire bread topic. And then you talk about Japan, you talk about Malaysia. You can keep adding. Don't add too many countries. I think that's enough already. You got Japan, Malaysia, UK, US, and so on. That's enough to strengthen, and we have of course China as well. That is enough to strengthen the statistical part of the significance of having bread for breakfast. So this segment is done. Okay, step 1 done, step 2 done. So next, steps 3 and 4 comes together, where according to the template, we talk about other involved parties and bodies, which in case basically the literature, more literature on the core issue. So continuing down the funnel, just for an example, we're going to rope in WHO here. So just for an example's sake, according to World Health Organization, not having breakfast is not worse compared to having breakfast in a wrong technique. Without this, okay? So whether you eat bread or any other breakfast, hygiene is vital. Therefore, doing that is not very, very good. That's what we're trying to establish in introduction itself. But if you realize, we never talk about chopstick at all because we're going to leave that for the background section. So the detailing part, step 1 we have seen, step 2 we have seen. Now is the step 3 detailing write-up for this particular template, where we can start with according to World Health Organization. Now we bring in all the international organization, and the way food is consumed just as important as the type of food itself. So they say skipping breakfast while skipping breakfast has its risk, eating breakfast in the wrong technique or under unhygienic condition, holding it like this, can be even more harmful. So now we are driving the entire topic towards the background and the problem statement, because we want to introduce chopstick, this instrument right here. We need to introduce this. So we need to start that somewhere from introduction, and that's what we're doing right here. So for an instance, consuming contaminated food, sharing utensils without proper cleaning, or eating with unwashed hands can directly expose a person to foodborne illness, gastrointestinal infections and other health risks. Next, step 5, summary. Overall, it is very important to deep dive into not only breakfast, but due to the absorbing capacity of bread towards bacteria, handling it during a breakfast requires more care. Now is the most surprising part, surprise, of the entire video today. This is how, up there, AI would write the introduction. If you read what ChatGPT 5, PhD level ChatGPT had given, if you read that, no introduction, background had jumbled it all together. We start speaking about cutlery very early, but never spoke about why cutlery is brought into the picture. We don't even know why if you read it there. I don't know why bread from Western diets were combined with chopstick for the reason of cultural intersection. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. You cannot even form an idea. And worst of all, look at the problem statement. You only get that. That doesn't say anything. Okay? This is the whole problem of using AI without knowing what you need, and you will just copy and paste that and destroy your entire thesis. That's where everything goes wrong. So don't copy and paste from AI without understanding what you need. So in the next video, we're going to jump into background. Introduction done, next is background, then problem statement, then the rest. How would you start the background section for this particular topic? This is the full topic. How would you do it? Do comment here. Don't forget, I need your opinion and your ideas. With that, don't forget, make sure you subscribe and comment on your ideas for the next section of chapter 1. Please do not ask AI for answer. Use your logical thinking. How would you do it? Persona prompting versus funnel prompting. Which of these prompt technique would be the best for your thesis writing using AI in this current age? No matter you use ChatGPT, Perplexity or any other AI tools. These are the 2 well-known techniques, and let's find out which of these 2 would be the winner today. If you don't know either of these techniques, then you are not doing it right at all. Before we continue, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and comment down there what kind of prompting techniques you've been using all this while. Okay, so now let's start. A. Funnel prompting. Step number 1. In ChatGPT, like this, you start the funnel by asking a question on what it knows about your interest, like this. This is a very good example that you can see. And from this example, you want to write a problem statement for PhD now. So, as you can see now, it may provide a problem statement for various level of studies. You can look at all the results here. Now, step number 2. If you need it for bachelor's or PhD, then prompt it differently. Okay, you can look at here. Example, here we ask the difference between bachelor and PhD level problem statement. So basically what I'm doing here is I am bringing the AI down a funnel. Okay, a funnel step by step. Because the understanding is very, very broad when it comes to AI. The fellow knows so many different things, right? So I want to make sure that the fellow is focused into what exactly I want. So I take from a very broad question, and I talk about problem statement, then I go into the level of study, then slowly I will go down through the details. Now, step number 3. Once it understood the differences between PhD and bachelor level, which I believe It really won't. I don't think it has that ability yet. Okay, as per what Demis Hassabis already mentioned. Okay, you guys can go and read this article. Very, very good article. AI still don't understand context and doesn't have the capability of reasoning. Okay, if you don't have that both, you won't even know the difference between a bachelor's and a PhD and a master's. You won't know the difference. Okay, even us. Imagine you don't understand I cannot understand the difference between bachelor. I cannot understand the difference between PhD. I don't know what is master's. Anyway, we follow the process. Now we prompt for it, the AI, to create a PhD level problem statement in the area of entrepreneurship and strategy for small medium enterprises, SME. This is part of the thinking model. It is supposed to be the most advanced AI model in the world. As you can see, it's not lengthy enough and it's too simple. For bachelor level, I think okay lah, it's acceptable. But for a PhD level, I don't think so. Alright, because PhD you are explaining out of literature a very, very, very detailed problem statement that you want to convince the world that you are the first one to do it. Right, that's very, very important when it comes to PhD. And also lack of strong justification. Lack of strong justification. Remember that phrase. Without justification, you can never get your PhD. And to be honest, too significantly simple for PhD level. Now, whatever mentioned in the first paragraph as part of the research gap on entrepreneurial process and international SMEs, just look at this Google Scholar search here. Okay, these are the keywords I've used. Look at the second paper. It had completed that entire work, done, already published. This is what AI do. It just recycles and recycles and recycles and recycles. It cannot think on its own for a new solid answer. It can aggregate information. Okay, it's a very good aggregator. Now, the question comes, can persona prompting write a problem statement or research gap for PhD level or not? A bit unique idea. Can or not persona prompting? What do you guys think? Novel problem statement or fake problem statement? Persona prompting is about personifying your AI into a real thinking individual. Okay, so all this while you are thinking AI is some computer somewhere, right? Persona prompting will sort of let the AI imagine itself as a real being, as an actual being. So let's find out. If you look at my prompt here, I have asked the AI to be a professor. Saw that or not? Professor, 30 years of experience with publication, and then create a PhD level problem statement about entrepreneurship and strategy. Exactly the same topic, exactly the same. We do apple to apple comparison. So what happens? What is the outcome? So this is the outcome. Look at that. All right. If we scroll through this entire outcome, it is definitely slightly lengthier. The citations are quite old. I can understand, I can see that it's quite old. Because when we mention Scopus and Web of Science publication, it can't access those databases. So it can only provide very old index journals that can be found on ResearchGate or some third-party websites, not through Scopus or Web of Science, because it's behind paywall. None. Hello. Very good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. So let me remove the pin message. So it's going to start already. Okay, so all of you can hear me clearly. Please let me know in the chat box. Yes, okay, fantastic. All right. So if any of your friends still wants to join the class, any of your friends, colleagues, anyone else who wants to join, please let them know. Okay, we still have, I think, some. Yesterday we were fully packed, but publication class usually won't be so packed because not everyone wants to do publication. So if you want to invite anyone, please do. I think more people are joining now. You can share the link with your WhatsApp groups, with your Telegram groups, your own university groups, and so on. Please feel free to share. Okay. Okay, all right. So, okay, again, thank you very much for joining. How many of you did not join for yesterday's class? Chapter 1 class from yesterday. Please let me know in the chat box. Okay, quite a number of you guys never joined yesterday, Okay. Understood. Okay, so I think we can get started already. It's almost 10 past 6. So let me open up my slide. Okay. I did not get the freebie because my network down. Okay, I don't know what freebie I gave. Probably the templates. Okay, I'll be sharing about the templates. Don't worry. Been looking forward to the class on problem statement. Problem statement class not yet. It'll come up soon. Don't worry. It'll come up soon. Okay, everyone admitted already. All right, very good. Still got 200 plus people. So let me share my, okay, let me turn off annotation first. How do I turn off annotation? Here, annotation. Not here yet. Okay, now let me share my screen first. Okay, so spotlight for everyone. Right. Okay. Please keep your chat box open, eh? Okay, annotation. Okay, disabled already, right? Okay, keep your chat box open. Do not unmute your mic. We can always discuss on chat box. Okay, done. All clear. Keep your chat box open, guys. Okay, so today we are going to focus on Scopus Web of Science High Impact Journals with AI and hourglass theory. Okay, so yesterday, thank you, Maxwell. No worries. Thank you, Emma, as well, for joining today. So, I forgot to update. Now it's already quarter 3 already. Let me just update that. Okay, that's better. So, we are already in quarter 3. So yesterday we had a class on chapter 1 development. All right. It was very good, very successful. A lot of people learned a lot of new knowledge, especially regarding AI and stuff. Rather, I would say, a rather rationalizing class on AI. Okay, yesterday. Today also we're going to do the same. We're going to see where the world is heading in terms of AI usage and how we can use it more effectively without negatively impacting us. Okay, so we're going to see some negative impacts today, some real world catastrophical negative impact. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to start this one as well. Deny all. Let me start the recording. Recording according to the cloud. Ah, oh, I think recording started already. Oh yeah, it's already recording already. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so today's second class. Okay, so we're going to focus on Scopus Web of Science high impact journals with AI and hourglass theory. That's going to be our second class today. We will be coming up with the part 2 class. Okay, part 2 class of yesterday's session very soon. Okay, very soon. I'm still designing the slides, literally in progress. Okay, so we'll be doing that probably somewhere mid or end of next month. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so this seminar is purposely made informal. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't feel shy, but give me time to answer because you guys have to understand that I'm handling more than 200 over participants. It's not easy. So if I miss out your questions or I don't get to answer your question or I rather want to focus on my slide, I will answer towards the end. I hope you guys can understand also. Okay, so this is me. For those who don't know me, for those who are joining my class for the very first time, I'm Dr. Tawa. Okay, so our office is based in Cyberjaya, Malaysia. I know. Okay, before I start, before I explain this, uh, today's participants, where are you guys from? I know many are from Malaysia. Apart from Malaysia, which countries are you guys from? Please let me know in the chat box. Country, university, PhD or masters, Shalam, obviously. Okay, PhD or masters, which university, country? So Australia, Canada, Kuwait, Pakistan, Nigeria, UKM, UITM, okay, definitely. Palestine, UM PhD, very good. Kenya, Nigeria, UK Masters, PhD, Sri Lanka, UTM, PhD, Klang. Okay, Ghana, UAE, Brunei, okay. Bachelor's, right? South Africa, PhD, Inti Nilai Masters from Port Klang. Rawang PhD, okay. Nigeria, Ghana, USIM PhD, okay. Denmark, okay. So quite diverse. Singapore, NTU PhD, very good. Sudan, Ghana, South Africa, Nepal, Iraq, Kingdom of Lesotho, UITM, Sipitang Sabah. Very good. Kenya, Fast Track PhD. Very good. Amjad, good for you. UTHM, UPSI PhD, Johor. UNITA, Malaysia. Very good. Oh, joiners are increasing. So almost 240 already. Okay. So quite well versed. Okay. So we have a lot of Malaysian audience, obviously. My base is Malaysia. And then we have a lot from Africa. We have some from Europe. Any other participants from any parts of Europe? I would just like to understand how our videos worked. Any parts from United States, that area, Canada. Canada now will be very early, right? It's like 6 in the AM. Okay, so anyone from China, this part of Southeast Asia, UK Uluklang. Okay, what other continents? We have New Zealand, Australia. We had one earlier, IIUM. Okay, so we have India. Um, right. Okay. Okay, very good. So I think we have a very diverse crowd. Hopefully, we can learn a lot from each other under one simple platform. Okay. So I'm Dr. Thawa. Okay. I finished my PhD in about 2 years and 11 months, quite some time ago. I finished mine in 2013 in the UK, Newcastle. Right after that, I did not do my master's. So I went from bachelor's direct to master's. Then I continued to carry out my postdoctoral research in AIPT, Birmingham, Aston Institute of Photonics Technology. My background is photonics, physics and engineering. Then I joined Telecom Malaysia R&D. I joined industry. I did not join as an academician. I prefer to be in industry. So was there about 5 years, did a lot of groundbreaking research, commercialization work. And then I started my own company, Proofreading by UK PhD. That's why I'm here with you guys today. So we are now, I think, 11 or 12 years old, our organization. I'm also an adjunct professor now with Veritas, no longer with UTP. I always keep forgetting to update that. So adjunct professor now, and the rest are all my publication, patents, standards, grants, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that is my background, and this is who we are as an organization. We are known as Proofreading by UK PhD as a brand. We have ISO 9001 certified, what do you call that, organizational management. That is our document count so far, about 51,000 of students, academicians, researchers, industries, organizations that we have consulted in terms of research. So what we have consulted in about, now we have 52 countries, not 48 anymore. We always consult in terms of thesis publication. We do a lot of publication consultancy. With the most recent, we are even consulting publication for Nestle on pediatric heart surgery. We are working on that paper now. Apart from that, we do a lot of analysis, quantitative, qualitative analysis, proposal defense, Viva examiner correction in coaching manner, thesis to journal conversion. Then we focus a lot on language proofreading, but now recently a lot on Turnitin AI reduction, because that is a real headache. Okay, not easy to solve, very, very difficult thing to solve. I'll be sharing about that today as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat box. Be keyboard warriors, but give me a bit of time. I'll definitely respond. Okay. And this is my YouTube channel. This is very important. Okay. This is very important because this is where you will find most of my resources. So let me get to that first. So that's my YouTube channel. Not really YouTube channel yet. Okay. That's my YouTube channel. Okay. So oh, really, Zila? Okay, very good. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, most of them see me on TikTok. Okay, so that's my YouTube channel. Okay, so you guys can follow me on YouTube as well. We have about almost on the road to 17,000 subscribers. Okay, yesterday's class, if you guys missed out, you guys can watch it here. Okay, we have it here. We streamed yesterday, so you can go and follow up on the class if you want to. We have a lot of tutorials here. Okay, tutorials in the sense that the most groundbreaking issue now is Turnitin AI. So we have a lot of videos teaching students how to beat Turnitin AI. Not using humanizing tools. Humanizing tools will never work nowadays. Never. Stealth Writer, Quillbot, paper bleach, purify, undetectable AI, humanizing.ai. There are so many tools out there. Walter writes, none of it will work. I'll show you why today. None of it. Some who attended yesterday, you will know it won't work. You guys can try it out. Don't try it out with third-party AI detectors. If you use those humanizing tools, try it out with real Turnitin, and you won't be seeing very good result. Okay, that much I can promise you guys. Okay, so here we have done a lot of classes, videos to teach you guys how to paraphrase on your own in case if you want to be Turnitin AI. Okay, so these are all the videos of that. We also have a lot of recorded classes here, starting from yesterday, chapter 1 development part 1. We also have systematic review class, literature review class, critical review class, all these from I think about a couple of months ago. So feel free to go and watch if you want to. Okay. So I've shared the link. So that's that for YouTube. Now let's get to templates. Just now everyone was asking about templates, right? So in the age of AI, okay, AI era, why do I need template? I just go prompt, I get everything out, right? Yes, you do. For undergraduate, it's still okay. But when it comes to master's and PhD level, sometimes the information given is not sufficient. Okay, forget the fake information, fake citation, all those things. We keep it aside first. Talking about realistically the funnel-based writing, the content itself, it sounds very basic. Okay, not to the level of masters or PhD. So that's why I have all these templates to guide you guys. Okay, we have a lot of full thesis templates, chapter 2 template, sample thesis template, chapter 3 templates, chapter 1 templates, all of these, chapter 2 templates, proposal defense viva templates, systematic literature review templates. Then we have a lot of chapters 1 to 5 full thesis, how you must design it, okay, to understand how you must actually write it. And then chapter 4 template quantitative. We have qualitative also. Okay. Then we also have, this is the most recent one. No, actually the most recent one is research gap template. I haven't had the time to share it yet. I did a video though on it. So this is the latest, one of the latest methodology template. Okay. So can you make use of it? So where to download all of this? Okay. So how many of you here don't know where to download these templates from? Okay. How many of you are joining my class for the very first time? No idea where to download these templates from? Let me know in the chat box. New joiners. Okay, so new joiners. No worries, but don't know where to download. Right, okay. Okay, fair enough. So you guys can download it all from my Telegram page. Okay. Hello, Dr. Azwati. Hi. Welcome again. Ask for money to register. Can't you share this template in your WhatsApp group, bro? Cannot. Too many WhatsApp groups. I have 48 WhatsApp groups. Okay, so I'll shoot myself before I can share it, all of it. These videos are not in Facebook now, doctor. Which videos? Which ones, huh? So everything is in Telegram. I think most of people can download from Telegram. No worries at all, Ranjan. So far, no one complaining. The template, no, it's not on Facebook. So you can download it from Telegram if you want to. This is the link. Okay, so this is the particular link. Why am I still getting YouTube? Okay. Okay, that is the link which this particular page will open up. Okay, so this is today's class right here. So if you guys want to know about future classes, okay, classes that we have, classes that we are conducting and so on, right? It's very important that you know what is happening on this page. Okay, very important for your own benefit. Okay, so to know that, the first thing you need to do as soon as you arrive in this page, okay, click the subscribe button. Click this, fill up your email address. Okay, so that whenever we advertise a video like this, you will be notified. I mean, a class like this, you will be notified. Okay, all right. So, is there new and old version of the same Telegram? It's just same duplicated files. There are many files there, so I think you have to check it out on your own. Some are duplicated, some are new ones. It's 6 years old Telegram, so I cannot remember what I put into it. I just keep sharing it inside. Okay, so As soon as you go down, you scroll down here, you can find my TikTok channel. A lot of videos are shared here, short ones, very quick information, like, very fast information. These are all our services. Then as you go down, you can request for templates, but nonetheless, you can download it from the Telegram as well. This is our YouTube channel. That is our Facebook page. Okay. Where you can find a lot of notes. If you want notes, you want slides, okay, notes to read and understand. Some people love that. You can download it from Facebook page. There's a lot of notes there. Okay, so it's different. One is short video, one is long video, one more is notes. So Facebook has a lot of notes. Instagram has very short reels. So we have about 18,000 followers there, 28,000 followers here, 16,000 subscribers there, 131,000 followers on TikTok, and so on and so forth. So if you click this Telegram button, okay, thank you, Kusai. Thank you. Very nice to see you again. If you click this Telegram button here, discounts for your services depending on what you want. Okay, so if you're going to talk about services, I think we can take that offline. We only have 2 hours for the class. So this is my WhatsApp link directly. Okay, so we can take it offline. So let me go to Telegram here. So click this button here. And then basically the Telegram will open up and then you'll be joining this whole big crowd here. Huge, humongous amount of crowd. Okay, 24,800 members, right? So here, okay, I'll give you all 1 minute to join. Let's wait for 1 minute for everyone to join. Okay, all joined ready? Telegram group. We are also live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, if you guys want to watch in different locations. It's okay, Miss Nuras, no problem. Okay, all joined ready, Okay. So as soon as you arrive here, we have a very good question earlier. Do you have old templates only or new templates? Mix up everything? I really don't know. Okay, so if you type the template here, sorry, spelling error. If you type template here, you can find an enormous amount of template, but we do a bit of work as well. We try to compile all. Okay, my staff here Kelvin tried to compile all of this. So you can find from chapter 1 to systematic review to even classes, other classes as well. We have compiled for you guys. And then we have the total table of content, how to design a full thesis, human-based paraphrasing template for Turnitin AI to self-learn, chapter 2 templates, chapter 4 abstract, finding statistics, chapter 3, and there are more. You can just scroll down here. Okay, it's matter of searching, right? So just can keep searching. You can search for other stuff as well. Problem statement, chapter 1, Turnitin, literature review, critical review, literature matrix. There are a lot of templates here. Okay, a lot of templates. It's 6 years old group with 24,000 members. So you can imagine the amount of resources in this group. I don't share on WhatsApp because I got too many WhatsApp groups. Okay, first thing. Second thing, the link will expire. I mean, the file will expire. Okay, so Telegram doesn't expire. All right. So I hope that is clear. Everyone joined already. Do you have conceptual paper template? Yeah, it's there. You can just search conceptual paper. It'll be there. All right. Okay. So this is what we're going to cover today. So now we're going into the class. So all the resources sharing, what they call that, social media, all the followings, all of it out of the way. Okay, so all done ready. If you guys have any trouble with Telegram or anything, can WhatsApp me later. We'll take care of it later. Okay, and stay until the end. You will only get all the materials today, my notes and everything, if you stay until the end and you register yourself again. Okay, then only you'll get all the notes emailed to you. Halfway through you leave, unfortunately, I cannot share with you. Okay, all right. So my staff will share at the end. So stay. Yes, Samsung. I think I just shared earlier. You can WhatsApp me and we can take it offline. Okay. All right. So today we're going to cover 5 segments. What are high impact journals? How to find a journal? AI and Boolean research gap analysis. This is very important. This part here, this one, a lot of people asked yesterday. How do I find research gap? We're going to talk about it today. Okay, we're going to talk about it today. And then potential extraction of journals from a thesis. Why rejection? Okay. So these are the 5 segments we're going to cover today. Right. So, and today's class is not going to teach you how to write paper. I think nowadays that is easy already. Okay, you can just prompt and get the word out. Whether it's reliable or not, that's secondary, which we're We're going to discuss about that today. But writing is no longer that massive concern, okay? But rather now, why is my paper getting rejected? How many of your papers getting rejected all the time? Let me know in the chat box. How many of you? Road paper keep getting rejected, keep getting rejected, keep getting rejected. How many of you facing that? Let me know in the chat box. Don't feel shy. Then only I will know your experience and I can tune the class according to that. Just got rejected sometimes, okay? Let me know, everyone. Getting rejected. Haven't written any papers yet. Okay, very good. 2 papers rejected. Okay, understand. Don't feel bad or shy about getting rejected and sharing it. I still get rejected till today. Okay, so getting rejected is normal. If you don't get rejected, there is something wrong. All right. So so nowadays, like what Dr. Azwati said, between writing a paper nowadays is easy and getting it accepted is far more difficult compared to those days. Writing was difficult, but acceptance is not as difficult as these days. These days, I can really feel a lot of difference. A lot of difference. It's like suddenly everything became very difficult. Okay, so very good, June. Very good. Congratulations. But discontinued by Scopus have to publish there for a few days. Yeah. The moment your paper gets accepted easily, that means okay. This is a trademark. Any Scopus or Web of Science, the moment you submit, they send for review, and then in very short time they come back to you. They tell you, okay, minor correction, a very minor correction, accepted. That is scam. Don't go for it. Even if it is indexed in Scopus, don't go for it. Why? I will tell you today. We're going to go through that. So, okay, let's start with this. What has happened to the world of journals? Why so many rejections in the current era? Okay, so we're going to do Berana also lagi senang. No lah, doktor. Cannot compare Berana lah. Itu lagi susah. Okay, so anyway, we're going to look at what is actually happening nowadays. Why? Okay, so this is a paper of our client from, if I'm not mistaken, this was from UPSI. Okay, so the supervisor and the student both came for coaching, okay, because they wanted to publish a systematic review paper from the students' proposal. Okay, so both of them came for coaching. So we coached them, my consultant coached them, teach them everything, and then finish up the paper. Okay. Yeah, that happens, June. That happens because, sorry, I just answered this question very quickly. It's called false positive. That happens sometimes. Okay, now let me come back to this. So I'm not going to look at chat box for a while. So this particular paper was accepted, okay, after 13 months. Okay, that's how long it takes. Real, genuine papers, real, genuine journals, that's how long it takes. Okay. This one took 13 months or 14 months, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, paper was accepted. Very good journal, IGI Global. Okay, IGI Global Scientific Publishing. Expensive, but good journal. Okay, good, honorable journal. Okay, so we did all the coaching, and then it did not immediately got accepted. It went through a few rejections, but eventually it was went under review here and got accepted. So, so before we start, nowadays I ask this very important question. I'll ask the student, okay, how much of AI you used? And I would say about 70 to 80% of them will always tell that they only use it for proofreading. Or they will say, I only use it for sentence generator. Okay, they are very worried to tell the truth. They are very embarrassed to tell the truth that they know everything is AI generated. Okay, so this is a very important question I'll ask. Every supervisor should ask this question. It's very important, okay, because they are named on the paper as well. Okay, so once the students say, no, I just only proofread, just generate a sentence, I say, okay, good, fair enough. If that happens, that means there shouldn't be any form of fake citation, any form of fake references, any form of fake content, any form of fake research gap. None. Okay, there shouldn't be. All right. So therefore, we won't check any citation. We won't check for the references. We won't redo the literature review. We will just teach how to repolish the paper, how to redo the Prisma, all those things. So that happened. Then the paper got accepted, okay, in IGI Global, very good journal. I think this was Q2, if I'm not mistaken, Scopus Q2. So then right after that, we received this email. Okay, so when a paper is accepted, then it will go through a typesetting process. Okay, it will go through copy editing process. So those days before AI, okay, This happened towards beginning of this year, towards end of last year, or beginning of this year, I think. So this is new for me. Even for me, this is new. So those days when I publish papers, even now I publish, but those days, talk about those days before AI. So there is before AI era and after AI era, okay, because the world has changed. So before AI era, when you go after acceptance, when you go into typesetting, okay, they will just check the references. They'll not validation. They'll just check, okay, is all the references there or not? Okay, whatever cited in the paper are all the references in the reference list or not? That's the first check. Second check they will check is all the citation, all the reference list reference is cited or not, because they will do DOI. They will do integration. Okay, so that is the normal check, right? But now they went one step ahead. Journals have developed their own authenticated tools, okay, AI authentication tools, right, to see whether the content, the citation, the references, everything true or not. Okay, whatever you write, the statement, when you cite the paper, they can check whether all of these true statements or not. So this is what happened. The director emailed us. I hope you're doing well. My name is Grace Long, and I'm the director of Journal Development IGI Global Scientific Publishing. I'm contacting you regarding your article about secondary schools. I don't want to share the whole title, which was accepted in the International Journal of Teacher Education and Professional Development. Okay. During our standard integrity checks before publication, we discovered that 21, okay, out of 35 references provided for this article have been fabricated. Okay, and the best part, this student passed proposal defense already. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's UPSI or maybe other university, I can't remember correctly. Passed proposal defense, okay, and this paper was extracted from her proposal. Okay, um, 21 out of 35 means it's about 60 to 70%. Okay, 60, 21 out of 35 references. Okay, when we say 21 out of 35 means either the references were fake, okay, or the references are true, some of it, but the content is not coming from the reference. I showed this yesterday in chapter 1 class, okay? I actually show real time how it works, how to check and all that, okay? So go and watch the replay if you guys missed the class yesterday. So what do you call that? So it's either fake references or the content. Okay, the content is not coming from the reference itself. All right. So that means this is around 60 to 70% fake information, and therefore it have been fabricated. This constitutes a serious violation of academic integrity and publication ethics. Due to the severity of this misconduct, we are formally withdrawing this manuscript. We will not be proceeding publication. After acceptance, the paper got withdrawn. This decision is final. We tried to appeal. They never even bothered replying our email. Okay. So this all went down the drain. 14 months of work went down the drain, just like that. Okay, just like that. So this is a real impact of using AI. Okay, my first-hand impact. All right. Then I started researching. I was like, why this thing happened? I start talking to journal editors, to journals, to my researchers, and so on. Start reading a lot of forums. Want to understand why sudden change. Okay. So then I came across this. Okay, this particular paper, which happened last year, October. This is a Web of Science Q1 journal. How many of you here, knows what is the meaning of retracted? What is the meaning of this? How many of you know? Let me know in the chat box. What is the meaning of retracted? Azlan mestilah tahu. Withdrawn, ditarik balik, removed from the site, taken back, already published information, removed, paperback. Okay, keep going, kind of blacklisted, accepted, then withdrawn. Not removed, not removed. Removed alone is false. Okay, tarik balik, withdrawn, already published article, not really withdrawn also. Like as plagiarism, not plagiarism also. Okay, kind of blacklisted, yes and no. Okay, yes and no. Publisher withdrawn, not really withdrawn also. It's not really withdrawn also. This is the funny part about getting retracted. Okay. Retracted means you are screwed. Okay. There is no any other word that can replace that. It literally means you are screwed. Okay, it's accepted and published. This is a published paper. Let me show you guys. Okay. Wait, let me open up. There you go. Okay, so this is the journal. Okay, Science Direct Elsevier, Elsevier, Web of Science Q1. Okay, Science of the Total Environment. Impact factor 8.2, I think. 8.2, impact factor Q1. This happened last year, October, and the retraction happened thereafter. Okay. So, this is the topic. Does green innovation mitigate CO2 emission, transport emission, and carbon intensity in Asian developing economies? These are all the authors. Okay, proudly. And these are the universities. Okay, so we have Hunan, then we have Yanta, Shandong Technology and Business. Then we have Ural Federal University. Then we have Ateche in South Korea. Then we have Foreign Trade Saudi Arabia in Seoul, and so on and so forth. Okay. So what happened? What is the meaning of, okay, first, what is the meaning of retraction? Retraction means um, it's a gray area where they say it's published, but don't cite the paper because the paper is scanned. It's literally that. Okay. So that is the very definition of retraction. The paper is published, okay, done, but you guys don't cite the paper because this paper is scanned. So how to find out what is the reason? Can if you scroll down, you can read here. For those who don't know, this thing actually exists. This is the publishing world. Very different from your university world. Okay, university, you can get away with all the fake references, fake citation, fake content, but publishing world, not really. Okay, not really. So, how to find out was the paper retracted? The paper will say, you can see it. This is one example. We have one more here. The retracted article. This is the best of the best article ever. This is the best of the best. This is the article that said it's okay to use ChatGPT and it improves higher order thinking using systematic review and meta-analysis. One of the most popular paper, a very, very popular paper. You see, 533,000 people access this paper and recently got retracted. Okay, recently got retracted. Also, they also scam paper. Too many fake citations, fake information. All the justification were fake. Meta-analysis fake. Everything AI generated. How can 38 cited are not exist? Because all AI generated. Okay, that is the truth. So if you read here, the journal was alerted to concerns regarding the integrity of the mentioned article. We come back to the Elsevier paper. Specifically, the 38 of the references cited appear not to exist in the scientific literature. That means either the citation don't exist or the content, okay, the content that you wrote, right, with the citation, that content doesn't come from the reference. They can find out everything now. They can find out everything now. Okay. He didn't double check reference provider. Nowadays, I'm seeing most students not even checking. They just go and prompt and paste every day. Just now, just few minutes ago, I was analyzing one DBA thesis from Binary University. 70% fake citation. The content also fake. No one is checking. They just prompt and paste because they're being brainwashed that AI gives everything through, right? So let's finish this. Specifically, 38 of the references cited appear not to exist in scientific literature, and the authors were invited to provide an explanation. So again, fabricated means either reference fake or the content coming from the paper is true, reference is true, but the content is fake. We got two types. So in their response, the authors indicated that an unintentional technical error in the reference management process led us to some incorrect or invalid entries, which is an utter lie. Okay, because I have been using Mendeley and EndNote for donkey years now. There is no such thing. It will never generate fake references for you, reference management tool. Anyway, so then they gave them another chance. So what they did, they went and revised. They removed the 38 references. They replaced with 13. See, if the 38 references were true, everything were true, why you need to replace with 13? The problem is everything is AI generated. That's what happens. Okay. So, however, upon this is the best part. This is how much we trust AI. Unfortunately, that these 13 references also were AI generated. Okay. So, however, upon verification, it was discovered that 2 of these new references, 2 out of 13, also did not exist. okay, also did not exist. So the response of author was consequently deemed as unsatisfactory, and the editors have therefore lost confidence in the reliability of the findings. Okay, so this is a real case. I can even share the link with you. You can have a look at the paper. But more than this, this is the biggest impact recently. When effect of ChatGPT on students' learning performance, learning perception, higher order thinking, insights from meta-analysis, this whole paper that supported ChatGPT learning, prompt from ChatGPT and paste were retracted recently. Also fake information, full of fake information. Okay, so now if you open the paper, why? Let me refresh that. Are you a robot? I am not. Okay, let's open up now. Okay, so that's the paper, right? So retractor. So they cannot, they want to be a bit more professional. They don't want to chop scam. So they chop retracted. Okay, so retractor, all the way. This is the full paper. Okay, so anyway, um, this is the author. Okay, let me ask you the next question. When do you think this paper will be taken out? So they've officially declared, okay, they've officially declared that this paper is retracted. Okay, that means a lot of fake stuff. Okay, so when do you think this paper will be taken down? How long? 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, 1 year, 2 years? When do you think this paper will be taken down? When do you guys think? 3 months, okay, will not immediately. It will not, okay. 5 years immediately. It will not, okay. 1 month, that's very nice. It will never. It is forever online. Okay. So these students and the co-authors, if ever they want to find another job, if they are not fired by now, I'll be very surprised. Okay. But having said that, if they can find another job, I'll be very surprised. Okay, because this is literally labeled as scam. So it's going to be there forever because there's already a DOI. There's already a DOI. DOI is something that you cannot take down. So it's forever is there. Okay. For candidates, it's not useful. No, it's always there. Because when you go and apply for a job in research, you normally will submit your reference list. I mean, your publication list. Okay. And they'll cross check. Nowadays, your profile, you just type your name in ChatGPT. It'll give you a full description of all the bad things you have done. All the bad things, I've checked it already. You can go and check if you want to. That's how CV, that's how, what they call that, HR is vetting. This, to list down all the bad stuff about this candidate, then everything will come down, including this one will come out. I checked already. You guys can go and check. Okay. So now, this is the first thing. Second thing, this one happened already, but it doesn't impact the journal, right? I mean, retracted, the guy gets affected. Okay, done, finish, move on. So the journal not going to get affected, right? That is not true. You know what happened to the journal? The journal got discontinued from Web of Science. Web of Science Q1 journal mistakenly accepted this paper and got discontinued from Web of Science index. Kicked out from Web of Science index. That's how severe this problem became. You see, the last indexing, 2024 only. 2025 onwards, no more indexing. Okay, so a journal with 8.0 impact factor, okay, um, let me see, ranked 39 out of 376 papers in the world, okay, in the world journal. You can see the ranking here. Q1 journal got kicked out from Web of Science because of mistakenly accepting one paper. They probably accepted many papers like that, but this one got caught lah. Okay, this one definitely got caught. So that is the major catastrophic problem. So the student also destroyed, or the authors are destroyed. The journal is destroyed as well. That's why all other publishers are awakened now. They don't want to simply accept. That's why IGI Global, all these journals come up with their own solution. Okay, now before we go into that, how do you guys think, okay, that this paper got caught? How come? How do you guys think, okay, This one already published already, right? So after publishing, journal won't be bothered. They go to the next paper already, the publisher. They have no time to come back and check on all these papers. So how do you guys think? After publishing this paper, this paper got caught. No, Turnitin not before. After acceptance, they normally won't check Turnitin already. So how do you guys think? Retracted is after they found out. But how they know that this paper is fake? That they had to go and retract. Public accusation, someone complained, someone wanted to cite the source, reference reader, someone report, someone complained, referencing, other people complain. Okay, so basically, when you have AI generate your proposal or your thesis, eventually this becomes your journal. Yes, your empirical paper, your review paper, everything. So what new students and researchers in the world will do? They will go and read that paper for literature review. Correct or not? Eh? Correct or not? They'll go read, definitely. Okay, you all will read, whether you summarize or don't summarize or use AI or what. Eventually, you will have a look at the paper. So then when you glance through the paper, whatever stated in that sentence, when you open up the citation, it's not there. Hey, how come not there? But they cited here, they put this statement here. And then when they go through the reference list, they want to find some paper and problem statement, especially this is what happens. They cannot find that paper. So the content also cannot be found in the existing valid citation. Then there are some citations that are not even valid. So then what they do, all these readers, they will go and lodge a complaint. They will say, this journal, you bloody bugger, go and accept this journal because so many fake information. Okay, so journal will get panic because they'll get kicked out from Scopus and Web of Science. So they will immediately report to the university. Why? Because they shouldn't include that in their QS ranking or Times Higher Education ranking because journals are included. So they'll report that first. Then they'll report to Scopus. Then they'll report to Web of Science. Okay, then they'll proceed to retract. They'll give opportunity first. Cannot justify, they'll proceed to retract. So what will happen? Even if you use AI today, you escape your university today, your proposal defense, your whatever, everything. But if that becomes a publication, that will come back and bite you today, tomorrow, next month, next year, or 10 years from now. It can come and bite you, and the university will come back for your PhD. They will come back because fake information. All right, this is a very severe notion. Okay, and this is something very new. Okay, in the current world. Now only everything is exploding, right? So you need to make sure that whatever AI generates for you is 100% true, 100% valid, 100% is there before you make it into a proposal and then subsequently journal and then get it accepted. Okay, be very, very careful, guys. This happens all the time. You just have to go and check. You will be shocked if you see the amount of paper. Just go to retraction watch. See, journal retracts breast cancer paper 10 years. Research factory, publisher investigation, peer review, alleged bribery scheme. Ooh. Okay, so all these are all retracted paper. You can see. Okay, they have a page for that. Okay, to publicize. You guys can go and read at your own time. Okay, most cases are AI generated papers. Yeah, PhD can be revoked, definitely, because you publish fake information. It's a disaster for the university. Massive disaster. See here, HKU professor retracted. This is another recent news. University of Hong Kong professor loses key role over retracted paper. Another same AI incident. Okay. The student got kicked out of the PhD already. Okay, luckily it was during a PhD, so you haven't finished it, so you got kicked out. Imagine after finishing, after all the graduation, everything. Okay, so this is another Hong Kong University is another case also. Also happened last year, somewhere in November. Okay, that Springer Journal also got kicked out from Web of Science. Okay. So yeah, so this one is another incident lah. So supervisors who share papers with AI generated sources, be very, very careful. Okay, you guys can get screwed. Okay, so be very, very careful. You need to double check references. You need to double check the content. You need to make sure the content is really coming from the paper. You need to spend time reading the paper. Don't just upload, summarize, paste, upload, summarize, paste. Doesn't work. 85% hallucination rate. That means from 100% that you read, 85% in highest probability can be fake. Official statistics, not I'm saying it. Okay, so be very, very careful. All right, this is the reason, and this is the major reason why a lot of paper gets rejected all the time. The moment they read the abstract itself, they will know this is AI generated. I read also, I can know already. Now editors are quite good already. Okay, so the moment is they can sense AI generated, they are very cautious. They're very worried. Okay, because all the papers sound the same. All AI generated, all sound the same. Okay, that's why it's so difficult to get into the game now to publish. Okay, all right. So I hope that is clear. That this is the University of Hong Kong. University of Hong Kong probes non-existent AI-generated references in paper. Prof says content not fabricated. First, this is the first news came out. Then after that, HKU professor steps down after probe finds AI-generated fake reference of fertility study. It was published in Q1 Journal also. Okay, so be very careful lah. Be very careful. Yes, it makes our life easier, but we need to know how to use it. Later, I'll show you how to use it properly. Okay. So everything is tightening. This is what we have to understand now, what is happening in the world. Now we go to another case study. Okay, someone who told earlier that paper got accepted in Scopus and then Scopus got kicked out, right? Same story here. This is another major scam. Okay. Anyone comes and tells you, I can get acceptance in 1 month. I can get acceptance in 2 months. I can get acceptance in exact amount of time. No one can tell you that. Even the journal editors, okay, cannot tell you how long it takes to get acceptance. My study so far, okay, on all the papers we work on, per year we work on at least, I would say, several thousand papers per year. Okay, we work on, we coach, we consult, and so on. Scopus takes about 6 months to 1.5 years in average to get acceptance. Web of Science, 6 months to 2 years plus. Okay, it takes very long time. So anyone tells you fast publication, or if you are waiting to publish later, slowly after finish your thesis, you are in for a ride. Better start early. It takes very long time to get acceptance. This is another client of ours. Systematic review paper also. We coach and consulted. Paper got accepted within 3 months. Okay, very good journal. Not very good journal. Sounds good lah. Edelweiss Applied Science and Technology sounds very German kind of journal, right? So we consulted this journal and received acceptance very, very fast, within 3 months and minor revision only. Very minor revision. See, we are pleased to inform you manuscript title, blah, 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 has been accepted for publication with minor revisions. Within 3 months. No any other review. Submit, pop, acceptance ready. Then my staff informed me, got accepted already this paper. I was like, how long already? 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. The student, we spoke to the student, then she wanted to pay. Okay, she wanted to pay the APC. APC is 1,030 USD. I say, no way. Okay, I told her to retract the paper from her submission, retract the paper. Don't go for it. Okay, but she didn't believe me. Say, no. One paper fulfilled already for my PhD. I don't want to retract. I just want to go for second paper. Let's continue second paper, doctor. Just enough. This paper exercise. I said, no way. You're not going for it. Don't waste your money. So then what I did this. I did the unthinkable. I went and emailed Scopus itself. Okay, because at that point in time, when you check in Scopus website, it's still indexed in Scopus. It is still indexed in Scopus, but it's too short time to get acceptance. So I went and emailed Scopus. Scopus support@elsevier.com. Remember this email, Scopus support@elsevier.com. Okay, so I wrote to the journal saying which I never say which paper, I just say which journal only. Okay. So then they replied, upon checking, the title Edelweiss Applied Science and Technology is being re-evaluated. Whether it should be under Scopus or not, it's under re-evaluation. That means they're screwed up lah. Okay, it's being re-evaluated by the Scopus Content Selection Advisory Board, which may take up to 3 months to complete. So when you guys go for a journal again, people are selling on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, wherever, they say very fast acceptance, very fast. These are the kind of journals. Okay, these are the journals, all right? So this journal, the moment it goes under re-evaluation, 99.999%, it will be kicked out from Scopus. So what they do, within that 3 months period, they will accept as many papers as they can. Okay, as many. So example, they can go even up to 100 to 200 papers in a year. They will accept, sorry, in a month, 3 months, right? So in a month, 100 to 200 papers, they'll take the APC, take. Then after 3 months, get kicked out, the journal editor will disappear. The whole company will disappear. Okay, can you imagine how much they will make? 100 papers, 1,000 USD, 200,000 USD in 1 month. In 3 months, they'll make 600,000 USD and then they'll disappear. That's it. They'll open new publishing house. They'll restart the whole journey. 600,000 USD is 2.4 million ringgit. 2.4 million ringgit. Okay. So if any donkey comes and tells you fast publication, accept very fast, definitely please. I mean, if you want to waste your money, you go ahead, lah. All right. The moment your journal becomes online, your paper is done. You cannot do anything with the paper anymore because Turnitin will show 100%. So we finally retracted the paper. We say we don't want to proceed. And then we propose other journal. Now it's still under review. Still under review, other journal. Okay. Can you all see my screen? Anyone having problem seeing my screen? Can see, right? Samuel, is your issue. Check at your end. Okay, so let's look at some of the questions. Even one citation can be retracted. Of course, one citation will be retracted. Half a citation also will be retracted, Afif. Okay, half a citation will be retracted. Okay, then PhD can be revoked through. How come all faked into being published, even peer review done? Because peer review, they don't check the references through or not. Because that's how much we trust people. We never thought this will happen. This is the first time. I mean, not first time, many happened, but this is the first time that we realized. Can you believe the first case, the student passed PhD proposal defense in Malaysian University with 21 fake references out of the proposal? So are you going to tell me that journal reviewers bother? University also never bother. Okay, lesson need to double check references. Definitely. What are your thoughts on using AI to structure the outline for a paper, not content, just to get subtopic section, or would you use it better take one paper as a, I would definitely take, if it's me, okay, if it is me, I would take a sample paper, follow the sample paper. Why I want to follow what AI says? Most of the time, they're going to confuse me anyway. Okay, it sounds very legit, very convincing, but what the flag gives is not enough. Even if uploading the original article being cited into AI, still need to recheck everything because AI, yes, very true, Amanina, very true. Even if you upload the paper and ask the flow to summarize for you, that also the flow will fake. A lot of fake information will come up. What about the feedback duration listed on Scopus? Is that not reliable? But that is the first rejection only. Normally, it's not reliable. Who cares? What can you do to Scopus journals? What can you do? If the floor say 2 days, the floor, or 1 week, the floor reply, the floor never reply, what are you going to do? You're going to write email to the floor? Right, lah. The floor won't reply. They are not running their journal relying on you. You are relying on them. Okay, so they can take as long as they want. We just have to wait. Okay, that's the journal game. Okay, so I hope that is clear. How to find a legit non-scammer journal company? You go with the good ones. Okay, you go with the good ones. You go with Elsevier, you go with Taylor Francis, you go with Wiley, known publisher. Okay, how do you know which one is the predator journal? Anything that accepts very fast, any companies that comes and tell you submit to this journal, they're very fast. Okay, and anything that is Bill's list doesn't work anymore. Bill's list is useless nowadays. So yeah. Can we publish your APC? None. Nowadays Scopus cannot find. If you want to publish free, you have to find it yourself. 95% is all APC. Okay? APC do not guarantee publishing. No, you only pay APC after acceptance. Doctor, my paper already rejected by one journal. Can I submit to another journal using the same paper? Yeah, can. You don't even need to add content. You just resubmit as it is. Any tips? No tips. You have to manually look for it. APC 0, very difficult to find. So, I mean, a Scopus, Web of Science got many. Okay, Scopus very difficult to find. So, minimum how long duration to accept a journal? 6 months to 1.5 years for Scopus. Web of Science can go up to 2 years. More than that. My paper is submitted to the journal. What to do? Submit to this journal. Go and retract, bro. Go and retract. Not retract. Go and withdraw. Prof, if a paper submitted to one journal doesn't give any feedback after 3 months, sometimes we have papers. Now we are dealing with, for our clients, at this current moment, this week itself, we are dealing with at least several hundred papers. I would say about 200 to 300 this week itself. That's the amount of papers we are receiving. Okay. So some papers are sitting there for 8 months or so, we don't get review. We have to remind them all the time, but we don't get review. Okay, even the students will be frustrated. Students check their email every day, no review. I'll just tell them be patient, they'll come back. Okay. Um, what type of journals can be extracted from your proposal? Later I'll show you. Okay. This means Scopus is more reliable? No. Web of Science is the most reliable, followed by Scopus is second reliable. Can you list down all legit ones? Not now. Okay. I have given the list yesterday. Go and watch yesterday's class. Okay. All right. So I hope that is. So the student never proceed with this. Thankfully, now he's under review with another journal. So don't go for fast ones. Okay. Suppose you work in a group and believe you haven't used any fake claims and Madhu. Happened to me recently. So we co-wrote a paper with UMT, Malaysia, University of Malaysia, Terengganu. We wanted to submit to Web of Science Q1 Journal, Systematic Review. But the prof sent me the paper, so I wanted to add my part. So I went through the papers written by a student, checked it. I even did a video on that. The video is on my TikTok. Okay, several months back I did a video. I went through, I think 70% fake references. I sent it back. I said, I don't want. Either the student write everything from scratch again, or I don't want to be part of the paper. I don't want my name to be in a paper that gets retracted. Guarantee, yeah, retraction is going to happen. Guaranteed. Okay. Even if the references is true, even if the citation is true, the research gap given by AI is completely fake. Is recycled. I'll show you today. Okay. So this one all we can skip. This one all standard stuff. Okay. Now come to your important question. How long an acceptance can take? Okay. This Q&A, you guys will learn more lah. So I'm giving all the knowledge that I know. So how long an acceptance can take? These two journals got accepted by us. Okay. We worked on the paper. This is JMIR SEIE Q2 journal. Our client from Warwick University, from Saudi, but Warwick. He graduated last year, 6 publication accepted. Okay. We coached his chapter 1 to chapter 6, public health thesis. Warwick is top six university in the UK. So this is one of the most prominent universities we have worked with. The student coached chapters 1 to 5, 1 to 6, sorry. Then 6 papers total. This is the first paper. Okay. So this was very precise. Okay, we developed, we co-coached the paper, developed, worked together and so on. Then after that, we picked the right journal. So we submitted, very precise. Okay, immediately got review within 9 months, 3 revisions. Okay, went through 3 revisions lah. Okay, 9 months, 1 submission only. Q2 impact factor 1.7. Conceptual. This is a conceptual review, a protocol paper, medical paper, protocol paper. Okay. Medical, they don't call it conceptual, they call it protocol paper. Okay. You can get to our services. I don't collab journal with my client. I collab with my official researchers. Okay. But if you want us to help you with your paper, you can get to our services. Okay. So this is how long normally a Web of Science can take. But this is good case scenario. This is worst case scenario. This student also, our consultee from Taylor's, just graduated March 2026. Okay, this one, after we coach chapters 1 to 3, she wanted to try everything on her own. Okay, like the publication. She wanted to try. I said, very good, go ahead. But the paper was okay, what she wrote, but she also picked up all wrong journals. So she got many rejections along the way. So she got frustrated. At the end, she came back to us again. We coached the journal. We told where to submit. We choose this particular journal. It's Scopus Q3, but very good journal. Taylor and Francis. Very good publisher. Very legit. This is free, yeah? This is free. Scopus Q3. This is free to publish. So, we submitted again 15 May 2023, accepted 3rd April. Almost 11 months, almost 1 year. 5 submissions. This submission went through 4 revisions. 4, right? Oh, yeah, 4 revisions. Okay? So, that is the importance of choosing the right journal. Okay, how to actually know whether the journal is high impact? You need to go to Web of Science JCR, Journal Citation Ranking. Yeah, this one no need to pay. This one need to pay. This one no need to pay. Taylor and Francis, this one no need to pay. You can check this journal and see. Okay. During your journey, at which point, what month of study did you send your first paper? Me, within the 2 months, I sent my first paper already. Okay. All right. Samuel, price was too much. Yeah, what to do, bro? Okay, otherwise your consultancy will never work. Because if you want someone to coach and consult you, okay, for 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years, okay, to get your paper accepted. If you don't pay them, they're not going to work. Okay, so there are two choices here. Don't pay, do it on your own. Okay, or if you want someone to help you for 1.5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 2 months, carry out 10 submissions, 40 journals need to choose, need to help you to tell, go here, go there, submit here, teach you how to respond to reviewer comments. If you're not going to pay, they're not going to do. It's very difficult process. Okay, so I always advise students, try on your own, no harm. Okay, doctor can share what is the free journals out there. Oh, many Vimalan. Okay, many Vimalan. Okay, so now let's continue the next part. So now from here, it's very important to understand, all right, where to submit paper, how to choose the right journals. Okay, so that's what I'm going to teach you guys now. So let's look at how to find a journal, right? So right here, okay, there are two techniques that I would recommend. Okay, two techniques. Technique one is forward and backward snowballing. I just my icon. Okay, forward and backward snowballing. That means when you write a paper, let me turn this off. When you write a paper, okay, in that paper, all right, you can look at the reference list, okay. From the reference list, you can snowball, okay. So whichever paper that you cited, okay, whichever paper that you cited, those papers can be potential journals that to submit your paper. Okay, so that's how you can pick up. All right. The other part you can do is you can go to Google Scholar or any other AI tools. You can submit your reference list. You can see which papers have cited your reference list. Those are journals also that you can look into. Okay. So yeah, right. So that's how you can find. That's how you can get into all of this. All right. So coming back to in terms of consulting, someone wanted consulting earlier. You can WhatsApp me later. And in terms of pricing also, to be fair, I think most people who come to us for quotation and services, they are okay with the pricing because they know how long it takes to get acceptance. Okay, so it really differs in terms of country you're coming from. So that part I really don't know. But for here local, I think it's very fair, very fair. Okay, so this is one of the most important technique. Okay, how to find the right journal to submit your paper. Okay, next right technique is to use ChatGPT. I would use it, but I will teach you how to filter it out very well. Okay, to look for a paper. Okay, so example. Okay, this is ChatGPT Plus premium version. Okay, premium version. So from here, I first prompt. Okay, I use funnel prompting here. Okay, I don't use this one. Is not persona prompting. This is funnel prompting. Right. So, do you think it's a good idea to publish journal during PhD? Okay. So let's focus here, guys. I'll come to your chat box later. Okay. First, I asked in the ChatGPT, do you think it's a good idea to publish journal during PhD? Why? Because there are a lot of information, okay, a lot of information um, pertaining to many different composite of environment, okay, many different things. So you want your AI to focus on a specific matter, very specific matter, okay? So then once you put this kind of very general question, okay, you'll get a focus from AI. So then the flow will tell you, okay, you can publish because of all these reasons. So now AI already understand that, okay, this is the scope that this particular person is prompting. The scope will narrow. Okay, we call that funnel prompting, right? So then from there, next prompting is, okay. So if I'm writing a paper on executive coaching in family business succession planning, where can I publish it? Okay, so this is the paper. This is the paper that we coached and consulted. All right, this is the paper. Okay, that got accepted 2024, but very good example to look at. Okay, so I use this particular topic to understand why Alice got so many rejections. Okay, based on this prompting, I want to see where student going wrong in terms of choosing the journal. Okay, so that's what I wrote. So if I'm writing a paper on executive coaching, family business succession planning, where can I publish it? Okay. So then ChatGPT gave me all the suggestion. Okay. Family business review, general business venturing, general small business management, and so on. Okay. So family business review, this is the journal. Okay. So we can see Sage Journal, very good publisher. Impact factor 7.7. Okay, that means it's a Web of Science Q1 journal. 5-year impact factor 10.5. Very, very high impact. Very, very good journal. And this particular paper of Alice doesn't belong in that category. It's only eligible for Scopus because it's a very normal review paper. Okay, it's not up to Web of Science level, right? So Web of Science is like Ferrari. Okay, to explain to you guys, Web of Science is like Ferrari. Scopus is like BMW. So the gap is huge. Okay. So that's why it takes that long to get into Web of Science. All right. So from here, when I use ChatGPT to get suggestion, I know how to filter. Okay. I know how to decide. But when you don't know how to decide, that's why you make mistake. You just take whatever AI recommends and you just submit. Okay. So you need to know where you stand. So you cannot go to a Ferrari showroom to buy Ferrari with 10 USD in your pocket. You need more than that, right? So same thing. When you have a paper that is not strong enough, don't go and submit to Web of Science, especially Q1 journals, that impact factor. So, but this is my mistake because I did not prompt clearly. This is not ChatGPT's mistake. So I prompt again. I say, the one shared above seems to be very high impact. Do you have any journal index in Scopus only? So now I'm very explicit, Scopus only. Then they will give me all these journals. So Family Business Strategy, I go open this up. Journal of Family Business Strategy. Again, you can see impact factor 4.7. So this is again a Web of Science paper, also Q1, most definitely. Any impact factor more than 3, 3.5, okay, more. Usually is Q1. Usually, but depending on subject area also, okay, some like business management, maybe the Q1 is more than 4, more than 4.5. But generally, when it's more than 3.5, it's already Q1, generally. So that's how I measure normally. Those days is more than 2, now it's more than 3.5, around that. Some areas like geography, more than 1.5 is already Q1. Okay, so that's called impact factor for Web of Science. Scopus uses site score. Web of Science uses impact factor. These two are the most important index. Okay, more than important index. More than 3, not scam. But no. The moment Web of Science says impact factor here, very low chances of being scam. Most of the scam journals are still within Scopus. Okay, still within Scopus. I'm still confusing Web of Science is a web or what? Web of Science is like an indexing body. Okay, indexing body. They are the one that carry the quality of journals. Okay, so WOS is Web of Science. They will define the quality of a journal. So you cannot simply start a journal today and index your journal Web of Science. It will take 5 years, 6 years to get into Web of Science. So you need to follow their rules. Okay, then they'll let you into the index. Same thing as Scopus. Scopus takes about 3 to 4 years. Okay, and it's a struggle to get in. So that's why it's very important that you guys using AI or using Google Scholar, using whatever, make sure your reference list, 80% of the journals comes from Scopus and Web of Science indexed journals. Q1, Q2 preferably. Okay, not Q3, Q4. If no chance, then only Q3, Q4. Okay, site score normally I don't see. I don't measure site score. I just go to simagogr.com. I just check whether Q1 or Q2. Site score, I don't really a number I don't follow because simagogr.com will tell you Q1 or Q2. simagogr.com, this website. Okay, simagogr.com for Scopus, Clarivate Journal, Master Journal list for Web of Science. Okay, access through a university. You need a university access. Okay, all right. We can't upload a Scopus directly to be indexed without this indexing body. Scopus is the indexing body. Scopus is the indexing body. Okay, there are many. There are PubMed, Google Scholar. Google Scholar is an indexing body also. Google Scholar is indexed, but just that it's easy to get in. There is no much respect for it. But just that they are very comprehensive, Google Scholar. Okay, so coming back to this. So now, so this again, that means my prompt is not being understood by ChatGPT. Cannot understand what I'm asking. Okay, it will act like it can understand, but it doesn't understand. That's why people like me, we can catch lies easily. Okay, but if it's a different domain, like other than research, of course, I also don't know. Okay, but when it comes to research, the moment the fella lies, I know because I do my homework. Okay, I don't simply pick and use the information. So also wrong. So I again prompted. The above are still Web of Science indexed. Okay, I only want journals that are indexed by Scopus, not Web of Science. See, now I'm saying again, I only want Scopus and not Web of Science. Okay, then the flag give me this list now. Okay, all of these latest AI model 5.6, this is what you get. Journal of Family Business Management. I just pick up one example only. I go here. It's a very good journal, Emerald Publishing. Very good publishing body or journal. Publishing house. That's the right term. Journal of Family Business Management, indexing matrix. See, Scopus, Clarivate. Still got impact factor. Maybe about Q2 or maybe Q1, but Web of Science indexed. So that's why I always will tell students, don't trust what AI gives you. Even Scopus Web of Science indexing, the flow don't know the difference. And we are asking the flow to give us PhD research gap. Do literature review for us. Okay. This is something that not acceptable for many because we are worshipping AI. We are in the AI worshipping era now because I am impressed with AI as well. But the amount of hallucination the flag has, the amount of fake information the flag gives is it's crazy. Okay, it's crazy. If you don't do your own validation, it's crazy. So that is why Ellie's paper got rejected 4 times. Okay, because she chose the wrong journal. After that, when we evaluated, we submit to the right one. Okay, all right. So let me just pick up some of the questions from you very quickly. Let me see. Can share what are the free journals? Okay, I shared one already. Session recorded. So can I write my own and publish what it is? You can publish it, Taylor Francis, no problem. So I joined your meet. May I know what mini service you are saying and how to get it? You can get in touch with me. This is my WhatsApp link. We do provide services from inception to acceptance. That means from the beginning of a paper until acceptance. Okay, we do. Then one more. I already shared my WhatsApp link. Is it okay to talk to you on the phone? Yeah, you can get in touch with me. Okay. The service up to journal accepted. Yes, all the journals accepted. Yeah, we definitely work until that. How about sending the paper to multiple journals? Okay, that part is ethical problem. Okay. Ethics also, I would say, ethics created by publishers to make us more stupid. Okay, because if they are fast, why would we submit to so many journals, right? Because they want to make more money, they take more papers in, and they tell ethics to us, don't submit to more than one. If it is ethic, then they should not even take money from us, right? But that is the rules. Okay, like what Michelle said, which is legit, but to a certain extent is also business for them. When it comes to business, I don't know what is ethics anymore. Okay, all right. So I think if they don't want us to do multi-submission, they should process fast as well. All right. But it's very risky. If they find out you do multi-submission without you knowing how to do it properly, you will be in a deep, deep trouble. Okay, deep, deep trouble. Okay, so I've answered most of it already. Open access agreement, AP subscription, but doesn't get explain about this. Okay, that part is just APC, you just have to pay. Researchers tend to read only what is required. Let's say I'm writing an important paper and without reading the whole paper, oh, that's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Okay. So you need to read the whole paper. You don't need to read the whole paper if you don't care about fake information. There are students who don't care about fake reference, don't care about fake information. They're like, whatever, I get caught, so what? Later we'll deal with it. They don't mind getting embarrassed, getting retracted, all these things. But if you're not in that category of people, then I would definitely encourage you to read the whole paper because hallucination is definitely there. All right. So I hope that is clear. That's how you use ChatGPT and that is how you validate yourself. These are the websites that you should use for validation. Okay. All right. I hope that is clear. Now coming to how to use. So I've already shown all the weaknesses of AI. To what level, okay, AI can help you and can destroy you also. So now I'm going to show you how to use AI with Boolean research gap analysis. Okay, how to use AI to analyze research gap or to get research gap. Recording will upload on YouTube. Cannot multi-submit. So you cannot submit two different paper. No, two different paper can. You cannot submit the same paper to two different journals. Okay, it's two different things. All right. Can I talk to you after the seminar? Not today. It will be too late. We can speak tomorrow. Okay. Get in touch tomorrow. All right. Q1, can we publish Q1, Q2 journals for free? Yes, you can. Can we publish only from our proposal only? Yes, you can. Both also can. All right. Okay, so now let's go to AI Boolean research gap analysis. You guys are in for a treat. This is very interesting. This is my own finding, how to use AI properly. Because every time I show you the weaknesses of AI, but then I don't show you overcome that. So this is how I would use AI. Okay. So, because AI is an advanced statistical matching machine. So you give A, the fella take A, the fella match for answer. Okay, what looks like A, what looks like A, what looks like A. Okay, this one looks like. Matching, 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 matching. When no matching, the fella start creating matching. The fella start faking matching. Okay, the fella don't sit down, drink coffee, understand, okay, what is A? Okay, A is this. Okay, let me give you the right answer for A. No, that's not what it's doing, because that is artificial general intelligence, not artificial intelligence. We are about 3 years out before artificial general intelligence comes. Okay, that's why you get so much of fake information. Go and study about artificial general intelligence. You'll understand. Okay, so let's get to this. This is my own prompt. In order to find research gaps in any research field, what are the common phrases used in peer-reviewed papers that can help during a searching process? The examples that I already have, see, I give examples in my prompt. The examples that I already have are gap in the literature and more studies are required. Okay, what am I asking? I'm asking the common sentence, okay, in the paper writes before they talks about the research gap. Okay, before they mention about research gap. So I want that particular information, very important information. So then they give me all these phrases. So in the paper, normally they'll say gap in the literature, literature gap, research gap, the gap remains, addresses a gap, fills this gap, bridges this gap. All these are phrases they use in the paper, okay, in any publishing papers. So what do I do with this? Okay, so now what we know how to use AI, we upload the paper, we say summarize the paper, then we take all the fake information given, we paste, and then we submit, and then we get screwed in our life. Okay, or we just prompt, write this one for me, paste, fake information, fake reference, everything, and then we get screwed. We don't do like that. We use it as an assistant. Okay, you go and find me this information. I take this very repetitive information. I take it, then I go and do the intelligent work. All right, so that I know whatever information I get is legit or not by doing this. So I take this information. All right, all of these. I take. You can pick up any of this. So I just pick up one of these only. It is more work. Okay, it is more work, but it is lesser work than you prompt, paste everything, open each and every paper, and then try to find the information correct or not. That is even more bigger headache. Imagine you got 200 pages. How long is it going to take you? Okay. And it's even worse if you miss out and those fake citation or those fake information gets caught in one of the journal or gets caught in university, that's even worse. Okay, that's even worse. So what I do now, I pick up this one phrase, I go to Google Scholar. For me, Google Scholar helps a lot. I've been using it for many, many years. Okay, I still cannot use AI because a lot of trust issue. Yes, it makes my life easier, but I don't want my name on any paper that says retracted. That is the last thing I want to happen. I want to face in my life. All right. So here I put gap in the literature in quotation mark. Then I put Boolean N, then information system quotation mark, and firm performance. Some of you might be thinking, this is very old school. No, I use both. I use the modern and the old school to make sure that everything is true. That when the day arrives that AI gives you 100% legit information, no fake information, then I will fully use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT, I use Gemini, I use Claude, I use everything, but I use it differently so that I don't get caught in this fake information stuff. All right. But for our clients, we don't use. We don't take the risk. For my own work, for my own analysis, I use. All right. So I pick it up from there. I put the phrase here. I use Boolean operator. Then I put my own topic. This is my topic that I'm interested in. Information system, firm performance, another N function. All right. So before that, how many of you want this prompt? How many of you want this prompt to be able to analyze your own research gap very quickly? Okay, you guys want the prompt? Okay, you guys can have it, no problem. Okay. All right, there you go. I've shared already. Okay, so coming back here. So now you can see all these papers that has this phrase. You see gap in the literature, gap in the literature, gap in the literature, which has the topic also information system, gap in the literature, information system, gap in the literature, information system. What does this tells you? This shows you that the paper is legit. So first step of job, settle. You don't need to worry about fake information. You don't need to worry about fake citation. You do a bit more work, but you're secure. You are safe. All right. Okay. Then you open up the papers. Okay. Example, I pick it up from here. Open up these three journals. This is the first journal. This is the second journal. This is the third journal. Okay. This one lah, this particular journal. So what I do now, I just go there, Control F. If you don't want to read the whole paper, that's fine. Gap. Okay. So this is the gap. Okay, so what was the phrase again? Gap in the literature, right? A gap in the literature. So Control F, gap in the literature. Okay, there you go. All right, this is the entire research gap that was solved in this paper. Okay, so same thing. I go to the next paper. I pick up gap. Okay, so you can see this is the gap that was picked up in this particular paper. Okay, solved in this paper. So same thing here. So what I do, I pick up all those information, but you need to understand something. That is the gap that's already resolved in this paper, right? That was already resolved in this paper, right? Now, you look for limitation. Limitation. Okay, this is what is not done in this paper yet. Same thing. Every paper will have limitation. Okay, limitation. See, limitation. Okay, this is for people who don't want to read the paper. I'm with you. Okay, I'm trying to help. All right, I'm not going to force you to read the whole paper. If you want to read, you read. It's good for you. Right, you'll be able to answer during a defense or viva. If you don't want to read, at least get the right legit information. Don't get fake information. Don't shoot yourself twice. All right. So you pick up all of this information and then you do a very simple trend analysis table like this. Okay. Put the paper title. This is not a full form literature matrix. You don't need Notebook LM for this. Notebook LM is going to lie also. Same. AI all lies. Okay. You're not going to escape from it. Fake information is something that you cannot escape in AI at the moment. Okay. Because it's programmed to lie. Okay. Because if it doesn't lie, okay, let me ask you all a question. If the AI doesn't lie, then what would it do? Now you're asking a question and the fellow lying to you. You know, like the first show, Web of Science journal as still, you know, they're showing it as Scopus, although it's not Scopus only. Or you ask for references, the fellow give you fake references. If the fellow don't lie to you, what can the fellow do? If let's say they don't want to lie, what would it say? Exactly. It will say, I don't know. If it says, I don't know all the time, will you continue using it? That is your answer. Okay. Everyone worships AI, but no one tells about this. No one talks about this. Okay. So paid AI also same. All my analysis now paid AI. What is AI premium? Same only. Okay. So we will stop using it. So that's why you need to be able to do your own validation because it's programmed to lie, because it doesn't have all the information. Most of our publication are behind paywall, not all of it open access, especially Web of Science. Not all of it open access. Okay. They might usually a question, but I've been wondering how researchers use statistical analysis. That depends on your research question and your research gap. Whether you just need SPSS or whether you just need least square analysis. Least square analysis is SPSS, or do you need structural modeling? Okay, variable structural modeling, or you need theoretical modeling, whether you use AMOS, you use Smart PLS. Based on that, you design. Okay, so required papers and attach AI and ask you to create literature review. Same, Fatin. Just now someone shared already. Someone shared earlier, right? When you upload the paper into literature, into AI, and then you download, still got a lot of summary fake information. Someone already said earlier. Same. You can go read and see. You'll find a lot of fake information there. Okay. So coming to this, all right? So this one, you can do about 50 papers, 100 papers. From this limitation, you will know already what is the research gap. Okay. Now we go to the popular method. What most researchers will do, they will, instead of doing all this extra work, why I want to do all this? Okay. I would rather go to ChatGPT. I pick up all the papers. Okay. Not this, sorry. Yeah. I'll pick up all the papers that I downloaded. I'll come back to ChatGPT or any AI tools, and then I upload the 3 papers. I'll ask the flow to give me research gap lah. Why I want to use my brain? Why I want to think? So from here, from these papers, I do that also. From these papers for PhD level, what are the potential topic and combination of variables that can be investigated? See my keyword for PhD level, right? What are the potential topic and combination of variables that can be investigated? Okay, before we go to the answer, very quickly we look at the questions here. Is the rule of no need to do scientific research anymore? Yes. Is the rule of thumb that review paper should have a minimum? No, that's not true. Okay, how many references can I include in the Q1 paper? There's no such thing. It depends on the paper. If we use AI rephrasing can be fake, yes, can go out of context. But more than that, your Turnitin AI, you'll be caught 100%. Okay, so now, okay, that's a very good answer from Happiness. But from your research question itself, you will know already whether you need structured, whether you need parametric, whether least square. Okay, you will know from that as well, right? So coming back to this. So 3 papers uploaded. Okay, I asked from these papers for PhD level, all right, what are the potential topic and combination of variables? These same three papers that I showed here, this, and this, all right? So this is the answer. So you can see the thought for 5 minutes and 24 seconds. Deep thinking, deep thinking at once, max level. Okay, max level deep thinking. Premium, thought for 5 minutes, 24 seconds. Okay. The flag give me 12 ideas. First idea, second idea. These are all novel research gap. Novel research gap. You can see up to 12 ideas, 12 PhD ideas. Okay. Okay, look at this number 1. Okay. So for the serial mediation model, strong PhD framing, AI system competence, information quality, AI effectiveness, firm business performance, extra PhD upgrade, serial parallel. Okay. So this is the framework. Okay. Can I buy Turnitin software for my own to check? Yes, you can buy from Shopee. But if your paper gets stuck or your thesis gets stuck in repository mistakenly, you are done. You can forget your entire research. Okay. Many cases happen already. Many of these scam sellers on Shopee, because by right, you shouldn't be able to access. But it's good that you have the access. It's good. But many of them don't know how to configure the Turnitin. So they'll forget to turn off repository. If you upload and if your document gets stuck in repository, your life is finished. You can scrap the whole study. You can restart a new topic. Okay. You will never know the Turnitin has repository or not. It's very difficult to know. So you don't know how they have configured. So you need to ask them very clearly. And their answer will be, yes, it's not repository. But there are many cases out there. On TikTok also got many cases that the document gets stuck in repository. Even I did a video before. A student got caught, UTM. Okay. He bought Shopee. The thesis was sitting in Brunel University, UK. He is in Malaysia. Thesis is in Brunel University repository. Okay. So up to you. Okay, up to you. So coming back to this. Now, you have this idea, a new research gap. What do you guys do next? SPSS can. SPSS Smart Parasol, no problem. You can buy. Turnitin is very dangerous. Okay. See, Dr. Azwati, listen to her. Experience. Okay. So, but I don't say much. It's up to you guys. But SPSS, NVivo, Smart PLS, this one, no problem. Okay, so coming to you guys, focus here. So research gap, you have this ready. You got independent variable, mediator 1, mediator 2, dependent variable. What do you guys do next? What is your next step? Research gap given ready. This is the solution, PhD solution ready. What do you do? Prompt and outline for paper structure. Okay, what is next? What do you do from here? You want to start writing your thesis or paper or whatever. What do you do next? Amjad say prompt. Check if it field. What is field? I don't know what is field. Intro, research title, take to Google Scholar. Okay, very good point, Abbas. Okay, forget SPSS. Focus here. SPSS is a statistical software. Forget it. Check if there is any paper done already. Okay, so very good. So you see these variables. This is new research gap given by AI. AI max thinking capacity, ChatGPT 5.6 paid. I'm paying for this crap every month. Okay. Information quality, AI's effectiveness, of firm business performance. I go to Google Scholar. I already searched already. Okay. So system competence. Okay. System competence. Information quality. Information quality. Effectiveness. Effectiveness. Firm performance. Firm performance or business performance lah. All right. So search. See the not this one here. See the first paper here. The first paper itself. Okay, Journal of Risk and Financial Management 2024 MDPI open access paper. Okay, optimizing business performance through effective accounting information systems. The role of system competence, information quality. System competence. System competence. Done. Information quality. Information quality. AIS effectiveness. AIS effectiveness. Business or firm performance. Business performance. Done. Is this still new? Can you create a PhD out of this? Directly from this idea? Is it still new? Remember when I said it's a statistical matching, you ask for A, the flow go match for A. You ask for B, the flow go match for B. The flow got the answer, he will give you. Not he, it will give you. If he doesn't have the answer, it will lie. The answer was there. You ask for research gap, the flow go check, sounds similar, take this, give it out as new research gap. It doesn't even know that for PhD, you need a legit novel idea. It just flush out fake research gap. So when I say fake research gap, this is fake research gap. So many of you asking for topic, asking for research gap, asking for idea, this is your problem. You need to do your own work, at least a bit. Okay, you cannot simply just take the idea and use it. Okay, this is the prompt. This is the prompt. Okay, so everyone understand now? Clear? So that's why I would say, to a certain extent, you need to navigate on your own. Okay, you need to, from here, add on more papers. From there, think and come up with your own idea. Because what you are thinking is the novel one. What AI is thinking is not novel. The flow is only mix and matching with the vast information the flow has. That's why you need to know. I want the flow to find me non-novel information, non-new information can use. Okay, but validate always. But if you want the flow to find new information, please don't. It will never work. It will never be able, whether ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Jenny AI, Grok, Perplexity, all the same. Anara, all the same. All uses transformer network. That is the main brain, neural networks. It will all operate the same. Only optimization. Claude is optimized for more software engineering. ChatGPT is still general, but they're going more medical now. They're trying to tune to that. Gemini is very general. Okay, more creative work, but more very general. But the hallucination, the lying is always there. Okay, all right. So I hope that is clear today. Okay, so that's what I did. And this is, okay, this one only like enough already about AI. Okay, so just now someone asked, can I, what do you call that? Can I, there was a good question just now. Can I just ask AI to, just now there was, if you use AI to rephrasing, their rephrasing can be fake. Fake is one thing, but you got another major problem than that, Turnitin. Okay, you see this latest release Turnitin, the new bypass detection capability. So once you use AI, it's 100%. If you use humanizing tools, before October 2025, it will work. After October 2025, none of the humanizing tools will work. I got many videos on that already. Okay, so if you look at this, I've already taught how to paraphrase on your own. You can check the video on my YouTube. Step by step, I've taught how to do it. So for one paragraph will take about 3 to 4 rounds to paraphrase. So first round from 100%, it will come down to about 69%. 19 AI. Then round 2, it will come down to 36%. Okay. Then round 3, it can come down to 0%. All right, can come down to 0%. So these are the step-by-step paraphrasing technique. Okay. By the way, Fatin's question, okay, and also Nurul answered. You guys can check this out. Sorry, not here. Here is the answer to your question. Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude. Go here. There you go. Okay, so we have done analysis already, so you can go and watch. All right, and you decide for yourself. Okay, I personally sometimes feel Gemini is good for certain application. Sometimes I feel ChatGPT is good. Sometimes I feel Claude is good. But when I cross-check all three more or less give the same answer, actually. Okay. We are almost finishing. Let me quickly finish and then we can go for prayer, just very quickly. Because the rest wants to go back home also. All right. So very quick one. We're almost finishing already. So these are the tutorials. Okay, these are tutorials on my YouTube. You can go and check. Okay. And these are real cases. Okay, these are the real cases. So one, this student used Grammarly. Okay, Turnitin problem. Use Grammarly. Okay. Paper wrote on her own, but she used Grammarly. But very good paper. Seriously, very good paper. Everything on her own content. Okay, Malaysian paper. Turnitin AI 74%. Okay, then we paraphrase everything because humanizing tools don't work. We paraphrase everything, bring it down to 0%. Immediately, because before the paper was rejecting. Then immediately submitted to scientific reports, one review only. For one submission only, not one review, one submission only, but I think she did 5 revisions or 4 revisions, I think. Got accepted in scientific reports, Scopus Web of Science Q1, impact factor 3.9, SCIE. So that's the power of Turnitin AI if the paper you write on your own. Okay, in case you're stuck in Turnitin. This is another paper from Taiwan. This is legendary. Okay, she's our client for, I think now 5 years. 1 year, she publishes about 30 to 40 papers, associate professor from Taiwan. So end up, she wanted to save the money. Of course, lah. Who doesn't want, right? So she used ChatGPT to proofread. It's even worse, 94%. Okay, but paper she wrote on her own. She is a person who will never use AI to write paper. Okay, then she came back to us. End up, she actually, had to still come back to us. We paraphrased the whole thing, get 0%. She submitted, got accepted in top 6 journal in the world. Okay, Web of Science Q1. Okay, Journal of Retail and Consumer Services, impact factor 13.1 SSCI. That is the power of properly paraphrasing and completely stripping out your Turnitin AI. Okay, it really does a lot of damage. Okay, so now final, almost there already. Please wait. And final part, I'll be showing the what do you call that? The notes. Okay, so hourglass theory. This is our hourglass theory. Just now we had question. Okay, how many papers to be extracted from a thesis? This is your answer. Okay, so you got your PhD years 1 to 3 of your PhD. Okay, so from here, top funnel, a student will be reading very broadly. Eventually, will narrow down. Okay, and will confirm the title. Okay, this process, when you read very broad and then as you go down, okay, you can generate a conceptual paper if you want to, but I advise not to. It's too early. So then you can start writing your chapters 1 to 3 because topic already confirmed already. Chapter 1 to 3. From chapter 1 to 3 proposal, normally all our clients, after we finish coaching, we will teach them how to write systematic review paper and systematic review conceptual paper or integrative review paper. Okay, integrative review paper, systematic review, or systematic review, systematic conceptual review. 3 papers. Because most of them have 2 requirements to get accepted, 2 Scopus. If they say 2 Web of Science, normally I will say systematic review, meta-analysis, and then next one is empirical paper. All right, empirical paper. So that's what we will do. This is my strategy for all my clients. Okay, but provided the proposal shouldn't be AI written. If the proposal is AI written, I will never take it because cannot publish. Guaranteed cannot publish. Very, very difficult now. Very difficult. Okay, then from your chapter 4 can be meta-analysis paper. All right. And from chapters 4 and 5, empirical paper. All right. Then finally, from here, your future work, you can write scoping review paper. At least you can write easily 5 to 6 papers, okay, from a thesis or proposal. This is the strategy. And make sure you do it as you go. Don't wait until you finish and then only start writing. You won't have enough time. Chapter 1, you cannot write. Must have at least chapter 2, 1 and 2. Okay. So these are some examples. Okay. We have one student from UM, our consultee. I think for 3.5 years we coached her. Thesis finished, 2 papers extracted. Okay, right on time she graduated. Okay, about 3.5 roughly. Faris, USM, also same, 2 papers. But these 2 were Taylor Francis and one Cogent, Taylor Francis also, but another one he wanted fast. So he said Q4 is enough. No need Q1, Q2. Okay. This is from Warwick. Warwick for Nasir, we had 6 papers, but these were the first 2. All right, first 2 SCIE, one more is ESCI. Okay, one more is, but both are Scopus, but one is full-fledged Web of Science, one more is only Web of Science ESCI. So this is how we design after our coaching. Okay, so I hope that is clear. And we also have offer now, double publication with 0% AI. We don't use AI. All right. You get 15% off for 2 papers. And this is our most recent acceptance in Sage Journal. Okay, recent acceptance. Okay, so now coming to the final part of the class. I'll answer all your questions. Let me finish the class first. Rejection normally happens at the editor's stage. A lot of rejection. Normally due to language, abstract, lack of novelty, excessive AI usage. Guaranteed will never get acceptance. Even if you get, the journal will be the lousiest journal in the world. It's probably on the way to get kicked out from Scopus. Okay? Fake content. Fake content is a lot. But if you can use AI, like what I show, using AI is 2 different things. I use AI is different than normal people use AI. Okay, I mean normal students use AI. If you just prompt everything and paste, it's going to be difficult. If you use AI like how I taught you, but it's still a lot of intelligent work you do, okay, then should be okay. Okay, it should be okay. Many of my friends say write papers. Okay, I'll answer you in a while. At reviewer stage, okay, normally reviewers, why they reject? Content problem, lack of novelty, unrealistic claims, not a timely research, recycle gap. So remember I showed you recycle gap, the fake gap. That is another major problem, fake content. These are the major reasons, okay? So look into these problems. You'll be able to solve your publication problem. Okay, so today I'm going to give you all these free sample papers. We'll give you the registration link in a while. Wait first. So these are all this. If you already registered, don't worry. But if you haven't registered, we'll give you the link. Okay, so these are all the sample papers I'm going to give you. The prompt I've given you already. So when you write your paper, you can look at these sample papers. Okay, when you're writing. So these are additional notes I'm going to give you that whoever left the class today wouldn't get. Okay, so this is the complete structural development of a paper. How you need to do every step, what you need to fulfill. This is empirical journal structure, narrative review journal structure, systematic review, scoping review journal structure. If you follow this, your journal will fall in place perfectly. Okay. All right. So with that, these are our services that we provide. We coach PhD students from beginning until the end of their PhD without using any AI. Okay, we don't want to put you into risk. Okay, but although this one student use AI, this is the only student I have who use AI. 2024 failed his Viva after using AI. 100%. Abang went 100% AI. Shanas. I still laugh at him until now. But failed. His examiner never returned to Reviva. UPM Putra Business School. Never come back to Reviva. Then we had to coach him. All right. Share one more time. Share what one more time? Please repeat again. Okay, so come back here. Then this is another new examiner who came in to re-examine him. We re-coached to redesign the whole thesis. 14 months we spent. From 2024, finally, end of 2025, he finished his Viva successfully. Okay. Then we also coach a lot of papers until acceptance. Scopus and Web of Science, and we do a lot of Turnitin AI reduction. Okay. These are our core services summarized into these 8 boxes. PhD proposal consultancy, master's also, Web of Science Scopus publication, proposal defense preparation, proposal defense examiner response. So after proposal defense, how to respond to examiner's comments. Okay, and then data analysis interpretation. We focus on smart PLS, SPSS, NVivo, Atlas, eViews, Tata, Python, what else? XRD analysis, chemical analysis, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is to journal conversion. That's our major service as well. Prepare for Viva, and finally, after Viva, how to respond to thesis comments. Okay, that's what we do in our 8 segments of services that we provide, in addition to Turnitin AI reduction and proofreading. Okay, so I think this one we can skip. Class finished ready today. Okay, so we have time for Q&A, 5 minutes. Let me go through the questions first. Okay, qualitative, no. Qualitative, we don't use that. We use NVivo Atlas normally. Okay, all right, so let me answer your questions now. Okay, so let me go from the top a bit. Okay, Dr. Azwati left. All right. Is using synonyms also considered? Synonyms not enough. Synonyms alone not enough. Okay, wait for a video we're going to publish today on how to really paraphrase. Okay, wait for a video today on TikTok. It's going to drop on TikTok or YouTube soon. Okay, can I buy Turnitin software? We answered you already. Okay, university will have Turnitin software. Michelle is right. How many references we need for masters? It doesn't work that way. It depends on the thesis. Okay, depends on the thesis. Which tool can I use to reduce similarity report? Nothing can be used. Okay, Quillbot increase your AI, right? Exactly. Okay, all the Turnitin AI will go up if you use humanizing tools. You have to manually paraphrase yourself. You have to really humanize to humanize. Humanize to humanize. Okay, chapter 1 can write journal. Do you chapter by chapter? Yes, we do. We do paraphrasing. We do paraphrasing for masters, thesis, even government reports. They use AI, journals, grant documents, and so on. Okay, Charu consultation, you can WhatsApp us. We combine as a conceptual. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. In academia, different types of review papers. There are many review papers: integrative, systematic, scoping, Cochrane, bibliography, many review papers. Okay, many of my friends say write papers first, then from your published papers you can. Yeah, I did that. My PhD was that. Published papers first. I had 12 papers. All 12 papers became my thesis. Okay. All right. So you can, Michelle, you are right also, but then you don't have enough time. If you just waiting for data, you won't have enough time to graduate. So you need to start with a review paper, unless your university don't accept review papers. I would encourage everyone to start with review paper if Scopus is okay. All right. Okay. Reply that while writing exam must I register or post Prospero. You need to register if you're in for medical area. If you're not for medical area, you don't need Prospero. Means paraphrase in academic. Yes, of course. Turnitin AI will go up. Durga. Senior, for SLR gaps in discussion section, should I figure out gaps myself? Yes, definitely. Definitely. Okay, structure, we will email to you. We will give you the link to register. Okay. Yes, we do. We do have a paraphrasing service, Samsung. Can I have the link for the free template, sir? Telegram. It's all in Telegram. Okay. SR bibliometric. Bibliometric, very difficult to publish nowadays. Forget doing. You must do bibliometric in combination with SLR. Cannot do bibliometric standalone. Very difficult. Can I write my publication with a not so good English with some grammar? Better get it proofread lah. Definitely won't get through. Okay. But if you use AI to proofread, your Turnitin AI will go up. So it's a picker. Okay. So you need to decide what you're going to do. In order to find topic, could you suggest what to do? Read literature review, go to Google Scholar, download the paper, look at the limitation. From the limitation, you can find out your gaps. Are student supervisor aware of this external coaching? How do they manage the boundary between coaching and supervision? If you get very good supervision, you don't even need coaching. Okay, if you get very good supervision, you can do things all on your own. You don't even need coaching. Okay. The problem is, from what students tell me, not I'm telling this, from what students tell me, they don't get enough time with their supervisors. And they have no clue what to do. And when they use AI, AI is their best replacement. It gives them all this fake information, and then they go back to the supervisor. Supervisor asks them questions they cannot answer. Okay, this is on top of the fake reference, fake content. When supervisors ask them, where you get this IV from? How you decide this mediator? Why you decide this qualitative? How you design this thematic research? They cannot answer. Why you come up with this theory? They don't know. because they just prompt and paste only. They have no idea why they're doing it because lack of studying. That is the coaching rule. We will come here, will tell you, this is why you're doing this. This is why you're doing this. That is the reason you're doing this. Same like high school, you're going to tuition. Tuition is all over the world. Okay, we cannot reduce tuition because whatever you learn from school is not sufficient. Same thing. We cannot blame supervisors. They are very busy. But it depends on individual. All right? It's all your individual choice. At what time are you going to make class on paraphrasing? We're not making any class on paraphrasing. I'm going to upload the video. Okay? Paraphrasing service, all our services, you guys can WhatsApp me. Okay? We can take it offline. Coaching also can WhatsApp. Excuse me. Can WhatsApp me. Register, should I register? Don't need to register. How about experiment paper? We do coach also. Okay. From doctor, then coach students. I do train. Last time I have trained supervisors in Taylors. I've trained supervisors in USIM. I have done several rounds in I think UPM before. I've trained supervisors before. Okay, especially junior supervisors. We cannot go to senior supervisors because they are, scratch their ego. But normally I'll teach the junior ones. Quotation, you can WhatsApp me. Is publishing in SSRN is just registration number. You have to publish in at least Scopus Web of Science. Okay. Do you have a contact the authors of the article you want to review before you review the papers? What's that? Do you have to contact the authors of the article? No, we don't contact. We don't contact. Do you have any videos how to plan and finish research proposal in 1 month? No. But we have videos on how to write a proposal. You can check on my TikTok. Okay. In journal publication. You can WhatsApp me. We'll see what we can do. Okay. So is it better to publish in low impact paper, get better chance of publishing? Yes, you can try. But nowadays, I think it's all difficult. But Q3, Q4 definitely. But cannot see also. Q3, Q4 sometimes quite difficult. So we have seen before when papers get rejected from Q4 but accepted in Q2, Q1. This is my link. Okay, you can WhatsApp me here. Okay, Kelvin, share the registration link. Okay, so you guys can start registering yourself so that we can send the notes to you. Okay, so with that, what would you recommend between open access subscription route? Okay, subscription publication will take very long time. It's not difficult, it's just very long. Okay, everyone will be queuing because not many can pay open access. So everyone queue up in free journal, but one volume can only publish 20 papers, maybe 30 papers. So you are fighting with tens of thousands of people to get into the journal. That's why open access doesn't mean it's easy. Some are easy, some are really scammy. But there are good ones like PLOS ONE, IEEE Access. These are all good journals. But just that you have to pay. So the queue is shorter because not everyone wants to pay. So that's why you get acceptance quicker. Okay? Melosi, you can get in touch. We can coach if you're okay. Is there no 7? We'll email soon. We won't immediately email. We'll email soon. Okay. So that is the registration link we have shared already. Please register yourself. Let's take 1 minute to register. So apart from that, if I missed any questions, you can ask again. You won't be able to done, because everything is in Telegram. Okay, so you have to download it from there. Because even I don't know where I put some of my templates, unfortunately. Okay. So, okay, metric number of staff ID in Google Form. You can ignore that. You can ignore that. If I try to search some keywords and there is no suitable article on Google Scholar, means there is a gap. I don't think there will be a keyword that Google Scholar will never show. You can let me know what are the keywords. I can try and see later. Okay. Harga Rama mesti ada. Mesti ada. You can get in touch. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Yeah, Noraina, I'll be emailing very soon. Okay. If you registered yesterday, then no problem. Okay. So I think that's about it. Whoever haven't registered, please register yourself. I think that's about it for today. 2 days classes, all done, all good to go. Thank you very much, everyone. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Okay. Look forward to our future classes. Okay. Again, I'm not saying don't use AI. Please use AI. But it's like driving. You have a car. Drive at 110 or 80 kilometer per hour or 90. Don't drive at 200 kilometer per hour and kill others. Same thing here. AI is a very powerful tool for very knowledgeable people. Okay, if you don't know what you want, AI is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Okay. So that's how I would define AI. Okay. So know what you want and then go and ask the questions. Okay. Learn what you want to know. You must know what you want. Then get the answer, go and validate. Make sure you validate everything. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for joining today. I'm glad that you guys learned a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. So don't forget to follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And make sure you already join our groups. Okay. So with that, thank you very much. Take care, guys. Make sure you guys already register yourself. A good night to everyone in Malaysia and a good morning or good afternoon or good evening to everyone else in other parts of the world. Okay. So thank you very much. Bye bye, guys.